Now they can hear you.
Right,
I think
I prematurely said hello.
he prematured it.
I'd like to say that was the first time I was premature.
Story of his life.
Yeah, here we are.
Rugby league.
It's a sport, a hell of a game. They call it the great game.
Do they?
Yeah, the great game of rugby league. It is a great game,
Who calls it that? Rugby league fans.
basically, and people trying to sell the shit out of it, which they do a good job of.
Is it the equivalent of rugby's greatest championship?
Bit like that,
Right.
that same sort of self-righteous
For
bullshit.
the old Six Nations.
Yeah, that's right. We got any league fans out there?
Well,
How many people watching us? right now?
Hooligan there has said Queenslander.
Queenslander!
So I wouldn't have known what that was until you showed me a clip of it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, what's where do your allegiances lie?
I don't
Who
think
do
I
you-
have a side.
You don't have a side, okay?
No.
Well, it's interesting because it was actually one of the most special things. Growing up, it was so great because my dad would let me watch it.
Yes.
And I got to stay up to like super late at night watching
Right.
these manic Australians just beating the shit out of each other. And I was like, what is this madness? I love it. Give me more of it. You know,
So did you pick a side?
Yeah, early on, it was very much Queensland.
Okay.
Graham Lowe was the coach. Do you
Yes,
know Graham
yes.
Lowe?
Graham Lowe's a Kiwi.
He was also the coach of Manly.
Yes.
So I liked them as well. But I've always been a Queensland fan. But you know what? They went on this like 12-year dynasty or 8-year dynasty, basically, back to back to back to back.
And you got sick of
I
it.
just got a little. I just wanted a good game. I was getting a little bit sick of it. So now I still kind of slightly pull for it, but more so than that, I pull for just. I just want to see awesome games.
Right.
Awesome games.
Right.
Quality
Well,
Origin football.
Schlanger has said, what is this 2 cents rugby league stream? Don't believe my eyes.
It's
And
happening, Schlanger.
who's that? Padza says 2 cents doing NRL. What?
This is not NRL.
No, I suppose that's true. It's
This
not
is
the
not-
NRL.
No.
It's not the NRL.
This is State of Origin.
Big V8 show, who is an Australian. He's based in Hong Kong, but he's an Aussie.
Yep.
Says, I swear every Kiwi I know is a Queensland fan. And I must admit, as a
Yeah.
kid, we took a holiday to Australia when I was maybe 9.
Yes.
And I certainly had a better time in Queensland because we went to a couple of the theme parks.
Oh, you went to Dreamland or something like
Dream World and Movie World. So,
that. Right.
yeah, maybe I would be sneaking towards the old
Queensland.
Queensland side. But yeah, don't really have a horse
I actually
in this
prefer
race, dog in this
spending
fight.
time in New South Wales, if I'm completely honest.
It's weird. I went to Australia
But
to
I'm
watch the
kinda-
Waratahs play the Blues once.
Yes. Well, just,
Pre 2 cents rugby.
just to
and,
watch,
all-
for the because you're a big fan or what?
To take the family for a wee holiday when my son was like 2.
Yeah.
And I thought I'll catch a game while I'm there.
All right.
Yeah. So, and all of my workmates were like, because I said I was going to Melbourne to catch up with some family and to go to Sydney to see the game. And everyone was like, Sydney sucks shit. You're going to hate it. And Melbourne's great. You'll love it.
Melbourne
And
is great.
I had fun in Sydney.
Oh, that's good.
It was good.
I spent lots of time in Melbourne. What are people saying out there? Anything interesting? G'day, 2 cents. What am I? Just fucking.
Oh, nail your colours to the mast, boys. Who you shouting for, says Joseph.
who
Yeah, pick a
barracking
side.
for? My main team that I want to see is just a really bloody good game. But secondly, I'll pull for the Maroons.
In that case, I'll go New South Wales, just to be contrary.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Sydney's boring, though, says Daramundi. I had a good time in Sydney. Went to
Yeah.
the zoo.
You like the zoo?
Yeah, I took my son to the zoo. It was funny
Animal
because
prison.
they had... well, there are some bars. He was like 2 years old, and they had elephants there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, son, look at the elephants. Like, there's literally 5 meters away. There's an actual elephant.
yeah.
And they had rubbish bins elephant shaped. And
Oh,
he was
he was
just
way more
like,
into those.
look at those bins. I could not get him to pay attention to the actual elephants.
Real-life
but
elephants.
boy, did he love those bins.
He loves the bins. He still talks about them, does he, old Garrett?
I think he's forgotten about the bins, but oh boy, was he loving it. He was loving it. Junaid's here. Big V8 show's here.
Hello,
Jez is
Junaid.
here. We've got a bunch of the mods here. Amelia's here, the Melbourne
yeah.
Rebels fan. So,
Amelia, who do you barrack for? In
yeah.
the State of O.
What are we drinking, Demir?
Moa
Brewing
Brewing
Co.
Company.
Dry hopped Pilsner.
Which we're still waiting on a beer sponsorship.
That's right.
We could potentially
Reach out.
What do we get for our podcast? Like we got 3,000 views, and it gets about what? Maybe they give us half a pint on my podcast and a full pint on yours because
There
you
you go.
get more than double the views.
Bringing in the viewers.
Yeah, exactly. We'd have to be an international brand because we have a very international flavor to our pod.
I suppose
Don't
we
we?
do. Yeah. We may see a little bit less of the old South African Irish interaction with this one, and maybe a bit more of the Kiwi and
The Australian.
Australians. Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Who's everyone barracking for out there? What are
Yeah,
we
that's.
got?
I'm curious to know who you guys going for. I reckon there'll be more people supporting Queensland, but
Oh, what's he doing? He's a spewer. He does it every. Oh, what is
Who
he
was that?
spitting into a bowl?
oh,
But he's a spewer. Reece Walsh often they often catch him spewing before the game.
okay. I'm quite an expert spewer actually.
What's your
It's like
Tell me your technique.
I have two kind of superpowers.
I'm a loud spewer.
One is I can turn off hiccups on demand.
Really?
Yeah, I get one
Wow.
hiccup and I just go like, nope.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's one.
I can ejaculate on demand.
That's different. It's slightly different. Add demonetization coming through. The other one is my body gives me like a 20-minute warning. Like you're gonna spew, Mark. Like whether I'm sick or just ingested too much alcohol, I get a warning. I can
Really?
tell. Yeah, I haven't missed the toilet with a spew since I was I don't know like 10. No, I'm lying. 15.
Right.
Yeah.
Missed the toilet.
I'm real good at spewing in the right place.
That's
so
really good, man.
those are my two superpowers. Maybe they're just
Flight or X-ray vision would be good ones as
look
well.
at that stuff.
You
No,
spew,
practical.
You can
Very
spew in a
practical.
toilet.
I
So
can-
this is the man they're all talking about. They're very, very handsome fella.
The guy with the mullet.
Not the guy with the
The
mullet.
guy who was just spewing.
No.
The guy with the pretty eyes.
Few mullets out there, isn't there?
That's rugby league, mate.
Rugby league. No, Reece Walsh.
Reece Walsh, eh?
Yeah.
Waiting for my review of the Premiership final. Mate, I haven't seen it.
You gotta be watching. You gotta be waiting a while.
Yeah, you might be waiting a while. Maybe next year.
Why didn't watch it? It's a relatively big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, I could have. It was on at 2 a.m. I watched the URC final and then Super Rugby and then
Yeah, there's so much rugby.
yeah.
If it was on this weekend, you might have got to it.
I would have definitely got to it for
There
sure.
ain't much on this weekend.
Yeah, well, there's Super Rugby.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is Super Rugby, but that's it.
Liam's going for New South Wales. Joseph is going for New South Wales. Used to work in Sydney. Nice.
Right, good.
Big V8 shows go in New South Wales because he's got family roots in Sydney. Oh, where's all the Queenslanders?
Where's my Queenslanders?
Great to see the other mods. Last year's State of Origin stream had loads of X-rated spam bots. Junaid, Jezza, and the Big V8 show, we are relying on you. Amelia says, up the Maroons.
Oh, yeah, good on you, Amelia.
Relp Matt says, I am Queensland. There you go. Mm-hmm. I would love to know how Mark's hiccup powers would fight crime, Grant.
Stopping hiccups on demand is a difficult way to apprehend a criminal.
Well, imagine there's like a robbery in a convenience store and the teller is being held up and I'm lurking in the background.
What, with the hiccups?
Waiting to step in, and I can feel hiccups coming. And I do one hiccup, and the robber goes, "What the hell was that?" Thinking, if there's a hiccups person there, I'll hear another hiccup. But I'm like, no.
What?
Turn that shit off.
What? No, okay,
And then they go back to look at
I'm
the teller, and then I jump in.
I lost it right
No,
there,
no,
man.
that's
I
it.
lost
You
the
got
logic
it.
there. No, I
No,
didn't. I didn't. So you hiccup once.
I hiccup once, they go, what was that? Someone with the
Wait,
hiccups?
whoa.
Surely if someone's got the hiccups, I will hear that same sound again and ask them to come out. But because there was only one, they go, oh, it can't have been. Must have been a rat.
So your superpower is making. You wouldn't. The same thing would have happened if you didn't hiccup.
Well, that's just in case you never know when you're going to get the hiccups. You can't control that
So
stuff.
just in case you got the.
Just in case.
So in that situation where you
In
unfortunately
that very specific
when
situation.
you unfortunately got the hiccups, you'd be able to pull them back in
Exactly right.
and then still save the day.
Exactly
You
right.
wouldn't. The hiccups wouldn't have screwed the whole. wouldn't have
That's
screwed the
exactly right. Yeah. So it
That
could,
is specific.
it could come in handy.
Yeah, that's right.
Joseph, we say maroon here as well, but I know that they say maroon, so I'm kind of doing I'm getting into the Aussie vibes.
Maroon.
The Maroons. I say maroon as well.
Maroon
Janatus
5.
says, anyone supporting Queensland outside of Queenslanders just support the dynasty. Oh,
Oh, yeah, because there was a massive
right,
dynasty.
right. April
There we
Tui
go.
says, I've just joined the chat and this is the weirdest conversation, the hiccup conversation.
Yeah, it was an odd one. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not, I think it was a good one, though.
So Mark's superpower is basically an accidental ventriloquist. I will take whatever I can get, man. So
You know
not
what?
everyone out there can control the hiccups.
Stopping your fart wouldn't be the same because once you fart, it's not like you're compelled to fart
That's
over it
right.
unless you've had beans.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
When was the first time you heard your wife fart?
I don't know.
Yeah. Me and Lydia were farting in front of each other pretty early on.
Good. It's always an encouraging sign.
She's a very gassy woman.
For anyone who doesn't know what the hell's going on, I'm at Tony's house.
Yes,
We're watching
State of
rugby
Origin,
league.
we're getting, you want to watch this? The first few hit-ups are used meant to set the tone.
And
so-
I should say, we've
we
just
go.
had kickoff, in case
we go.
anyone's curious about the timing.
Here we go.
Um,
And
if anyone's here looking for the game, because it sometimes happens, it doesn't happen that much on the rugby anymore. Someone's like, why don't you show the game? Because I feel like people know now I'm not showing the game. But
there we go.
if anyone's just here for the league, I don't show the game.
No.
I'll just put that out there nice and early. It says in the title, we're not showing the game. But New South Wales have got the ball. We're 27 seconds in.
Yeah.
I don't think I know many of these players, but they've got their names on the jerseys, which is helpful. And that's not a jersey clash at all.
No, it's not a jersey clash.
There was talk about, like, oh, we're not
no,
going
no,
to...
it's
not
not.
gonna,
It's not talk of a jersey clash.
some
it was-
people were saying jersey clash. I
No,
read something
the
about it.
controversy wasn't jersey clash. It was a controversy was the fact they're not playing in sky blue,
Right.
which is their color.
I-
Here he goes, Reece Walsh. This is the
Don't
wonder
spew.
kid. Oh,
Nice header.
went into it.
Flying in.
Yeah. So number 10, that's Payne Haas. He's the guy that's been rumored to come to.
Okay. Eddie's hunting him down,
He is.
maybe.
Ooh. Salman Cobo. That's you know Tom Travojevic. Any of these
No.
guys?
Oh, it seems vaguely familiar.
So that big bastard. He's
Yeah.
the guy they're talking about potentially that Eddie's targeting.
Okay. And he's playing State of Origin.
Yeah.
Wow, that'd be a big coup if they could get him.
Yeah.
I think I've seen more mullets on the Queensland side.
Yeah, I think there is.
So who are the two key playmakers on each side? Who's
Nathan Cleary, Jerome Lower. This is Brendan Oh, he's a very good player. So the guy with the long hair there, that's Jerome Luai. Maybe
Okay.
one of the most hated men
Why?
in the NRL because he's quiet, but just a bit of a douche.
the... Okay.
There's Papa here. And then on the other side, they've got DCE,
Cherry Evans.
Sherry Evans,
There
that's
you go.
right. And then Cameron Munster.
Okay.
And then they also have, Reece Walsh at the back, so that kind of makes their spine. And then it's just a series of big men wanting to smash each other. From
Okay.
there,
This has been played in Adelaide.
which is weird. It's only, I think it's like the third time it's been played on neutral venue.
Do they... Oh, okay, I was going to say, is it like a regular thing? But no. Are they just trying to grow the game in Adelaide?
Yeah, they've done it. Oh, well done.
Can you take him in
Great
the air
take.
like that?
Oh. Here we go.
There's a
Get
biff
into
out.
it, bit of biff.
Didn't take long.
Oh, here we go. It's on.
Oh, hell, that took 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Come on, someone throw yeah, it's just not the same without the biff.
Nah, there's
Nobody
going to
wants-
be a bit of shirt grabbing.
Nobody wants to get sent off. But in the old days,
How come it's always that ref? It's always that same guy.
yeah, I think he's the
Is
best.
he like
in
the
game.
best
Oh,
ref?
he's giving him a mouthful.
Are you allowed to take him out in the air like that?
No,
Okay, so is Frizzell going to get punished?
no.
Because he took him out in the air. In rugby, that's at least a penalty.
There's probably a yellow card on rugby at least. Well, was it intentional? Oh. So he comes in.
Oh, tucks the arm. You're off in rugby, son.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that guy?
Let's go. That's Adokar, the Fox, they call him. One of the fastest men in the game. He'd make a great union player.
Okay. In league, it's probably just a penalty. Okay.
What
Is there anything?
are they calling it? It's a great catch.
It was. Dangerous high
Oh.
tackle?
And then his mate comes in over the top. They're going to look at that again?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Should be. He got a bit of a wee boot to the face, that old Frizzell.
It looks. Yeah, it's just a penalty.
Okay.
But that second hit could have. They looked at it. They would have looked at it closer in Union, and it could have been a red
I think so.
if it was direct contact.
That would have been a good 2.5, 3 minute TMO stoppage.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's kind of different rules in Origin than regular.
They let a
NRL.
little bit more go.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Things get a little bit more rough and tumble.
Right.
And NRL is far more rough and tumble than
Then Union.
Union anyway. Here we go. What do they got? Here he goes. This is the guy they're talking about. Ooh.
They reckon this game might not be going to sell out because it's in Adelaide. It's a pretty big ground, though.
Yeah, it's an AFL ground. They're
Right.
not great to watch for the league at.
So much distance between the sideline and the players, eh? That sucks.
Can I hear the
46 watching, like the stream. Yeah,
Oh,
folks, if you
yeah,
could
get
like
in
the
there.
stream, I'd appreciate it. So would Tony.
it'd mean a lot to me.
He'd love it.
Oh well.
He loves it when people like my live
I will
streams.
take out off one sock for every 50 likes you get on this. So I might take off one sock. And then from there I'll take off. We're going to take off next.
How is this helping anything?
Actually, oh no, penalty. That's big. Here we go. Oh, they don't
Ian's
like it.
out walking
Back
the
into
dog,
it
not in the
again.
TV. Okay, well, there's been a bit of handbags, Ian, because you're not watching. And there's now more handbags. A little bit less handbaggy than the first one. Oh, Cobbo's playing.
Yeah.
Cobbo.
That was the only player you knew last year, wasn't it?
Oh, he's got a very memorable name.
Cobster. What's this guy? Tino Pali or whatever his name is. The big guy with the mullet.
Yeah.
Latrell Mitchell. He was scratching, sadly.
Ah, yes.
And he's one of the stars.
Which team does he play for?
He plays for the Rabbitohs and New South Wales.
New South Wales, okay.
They're just dying to throw a punch, aren't they?
Junaid says, yeah, okay, don't like the stream. Strip liking.
All right, I'll keep
Grant
my eyes on.
remembers Cobbo from last year. You and me, Grant, are pretty much in the same spot right now. Boom.
Oh,
Straight into contact.
this guy, what's
Boom.
his name? I've forgotten his name. See, just the extra little bit of
Yeah,
facials
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
A little bit of a
Then
kind
that
of
would have
hand
been
wash.
like, that would have been like in the that yellow card that what's his name? The Welsh guy had to do. There was clearly a hand to the face.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Applied with force.
Applied with force.
Hand to the. I wonder. The one thing that they've been cracking down on, which you don't have it as an issue in Union, or I've never heard of it, but as an issue in. Oh, here we go. This looks dangerous. Tommy
Tommy.
Turbo is the hip drop tackle.
Okay.
Have you heard of what a hip drop tackle is?
No.
So, so you spend so much time,
Oh,
shizer, getting on the outside of your man, and oftentimes you get sort of beaten. And they basically what a hip drop tackle is when you've kind of been beaten, but you've got to grab a hold of him, but you've only got
Oh, I can't get
Hold
the
on.
arms free. Yes, he can.
what
Was it forward?
forward pass.
New South Wales, if you're not watching, were hot on attack.
They really were some good play there.
But
That's Frizzell. That's your brother of Frizzell.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so hip drop tackle. Say I've got you, but you've kind of got on the outside of me, but got to grab a hold of you, but I got to bring you down instead of like falling on my front and sort of going down your legs. I pull you down
Into the hip.
with my hips,
Oh.
and as I pull you down, I crush the bottom. They crush your knees from the back, and you can
Jesus.
yeah. So they've come down on that big time.
That sounds pretty bad.
Well, they're quite easy to do.
Okay.
Like it's just you're just sort of pulling your weight down to get the man down, but it's gonna be quite dangerous. Oh, that's a nice little piggyback out there.
What was that
Oh,
for?
these boys look like they're up for it.
Well, it's State of Origin. If you're not up for this.
That's all you're getting the spirit of it, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly right.
State of O. It is weird seeing in Adelaide though.
Do they ever miss touch in the rugby league? Do
Uh,
they ever try and chew off too many
occasionally.
meters and then you just
They
don't see them just-
oftentimes Oh, here we go.
Oh, ankle tapped.
Hunt.
Oh, man, Queensland's on here.
Oh.
Surely. What happens if you're held up in rugby league?
Go back to the 10.
And then do you get
Oh,
in? Do you?
No, it goes back to the...
It's a turnover?
Oh, nice tackle. Very nice. Oh, no, it's Crichton. Crichton's the man that came in to replace
The other guy.
Latrell.
Right.
Here we go. What do you got? Oh. What's everyone saying?
Is the rugby league ball a bit smaller?
It's a little bit fatter.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Oh, great try.
Man, what a try. Queensland
The
have just
Balfour.
scored.
Yes,
Wow, that was pretty silky.
The man who came in to replace Dan Gagai. Was that? Yeah. And the replacement of Dan Gagai caused huge amount of stir because Dan Gagai is a Origin
Legend.
Veteran, yeah.
With
was
the
nice. That was
wee little
Munster.
dink through and then boomfa. Wow, nice.
Suck a dick.
Owen says, you're watching the enemy. Rugby league's
No,
not
it's
the
not the
enemy.
enemy, it's
It's
just
just,
sport, boy.
it's just the kind of,
I don't get that. See how it's got a bit more roundness to it?
it's just kind of the redneck cousin who doesn't have an international product. Sadly, you do, but not really.
But they sell it bloody well.
They do. The marketing for this stuff is great.
It's the same as like the NFL and stuff. It doesn't have an international product, but it's
Yeah.
still massive. Oh dear. Watching the enemy. I can't read it from here. Are my eyesight going?
Yeah, your eyesight's going, mate. Getting old.
Old balls.
Let us know if there are any new names, says Ian, for coming cross code. I know of Haas, but if anyone looks like a good potential fullback, let us know.
There's a lot.
You would know more than me because I have no idea.
Like who's potentially coming across it is rumours. No rumours. They talked a few years ago. They talked to Kalen Ponga flirted with the idea.
Right.
He's the guy who's been replaced by Reece Walsh. But
Okay.
Kalen Ponga won game 3 last year.
He's the concussion guy.
Yeah, that's right. But he's a freak. His parents are Kiwi-as and
Right.
always wanted him to play
For the All Blacks
play
kind of
for the
thing.
All Blacks growing up, but he hasn't.
It is.
I think he's shied away from it now, but I don't know. It's weird though. He's an Australian through and through.
Yeah, born and raised, but just with Kiwi parents.
Kiwi parents, Kiwi passport. Could
Okay.
play for
So if he got deported, he would be like the, what do they call them?
the 501s, or whatever
Right.
you call them.
So he would join them.
I don't think he would because he's born in Australia.
But does he have an Aussie passport?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
He's played for Australia.
Rooster says, hey, Mark, in a nutshell, could you please explain State of Origin? I will give it a go, and if I say anything incredibly dumb, then Tony will correct me. But basically, State of Origin is the best players from the NRL, which is the Australian equivalent of like Super Rugby for league.
It's their competition. For
It's
the
their
league.
club competition for league, yeah.
It's a much bigger deal. Than
It's a much
Super
bigger deal than Super Rugby is. Yeah, all the players, basically the best of the best, go to play for either Queensland or New South Wales, depending on where they are from. And because rugby league doesn't really have such an international game,
Can I give this explanation a rating out of 10 afterwards?
no, because it's pretty shite. But
It's cannonball, so you can't take the legs. Yeah.
because Australia's that good at rugby league, I would say Queensland and New South Wales, these teams are probably as good as any international rugby league team out there.
Yeah. They'd give New Zealand a run for their money.
Yeah,
Well, it'd be. I'd always love to see New Zealand in this.
right.
Like New Zealand is like the third state in a way. I'll give that a. So you finished your explanation?
Anything I missed? It's a
lot-
big
you
deal.
missed a lot.
It's a big deal.
I'll
That,
give you-
that,
I'll give it a-
that's the bare bones.
I give a 3 out of 10
Okay.
for that. It's a game of league, basically. But so it started in the late 70s as a selection process for Australia. Oh, here we go. Another try. Oh, no.
Wow, Queensland are running away.
Cobbo.
Cobbo out in the wing. Goodness gracious me.
Oh, my Christ. Oh, come on. And now I've got to pull for New South Wales to get back in this.
Janae says, all right, I got an early morning drive from Wellington to Palmy tomorrow. Have fun. Be sensible, Tony. Who am I kidding? Keep it up. Coming strong like a Kalen Doris.
I didn't understand all of that, but it was funny. That was very nice. Very nice.
Catch you later, Junaid, mate.
Oh, this
Game
is-
sound is audible. Okay, you might want to turn it down a touch.
Okay.
Just so we don't get in trouble with the...
Authorities.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you, Gus.
So it started back in the late 70s. I think it was a selection process for Australia, just like a selection, like a possibles versus a probables.
Right.
And there was all this uproar because everyone said, well, what's the point of doing this? Because there's so many more better players in New South Wales. We'll just absolutely thrash them.
Right.
And that got right up the noses of the
Queenslanders.
Queenslanders. And they were like, fuck, yeah, we're all going to kick your snobby poncy asses.
Right.
Because the NRL used to be called the New South Wales Rugby League competition, basically.
Oh, is that right?
And there wasn't. They wouldn't even let Queenslanders play, but Queenslanders came down to play for it because it's the biggest comp. So then, like the likes of Arthur Beetson started, and like the first game, it was just on like Donkey Kong. Like there was just fist flying and just rough as guts. Fatty Vorden was in it. It was just nuts, crazy stuff. And people were like, these guys, they play with each other every week, but they fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is the best thing ever. And then it just got bigger and bigger with the likes of like Mal Meninga playing Ricky Stewart and Laurie Daly, who were like the part of the Canberra Rays. Laurie Daly and Matt Guy are going absolutely crazy with Benny Elias leaving his brain coming out his head, but him being so happy because they freaking won. And like just this primal, raw, guttural, like tribal rivalry that just cuts to the very core of your asshole, just makes you want to shout Queenslander. It's
Right.
just the most passionate, fiery, intense league encounter. But so far it's just 10-0 to Queensland. But
Right.
it just all comes back to it, and there's just been some great plays, some fantastic magic moments, and it's just very, very, very emotive and passionate.
Right.
And it's other than grand final day, this is it. This is as big as it gets.
I think I answered, what is it? You answered, like, how does it feel?
But that's what it is. That's origin.
Right.
'Cause it is feel. It's all feel. But yeah, so it's essentially, I don't think I mentioned New South Wales versus Queensland play each other.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Daniel says, so repetitive league makes me sleepy from South Africa. Daniel,
You should
I'm
watch
kind of, that's always been my thing with league is that it's a little bit samey. But
great.
the skill execution is,
Oh, here we go. That's a good run from Toto.
it's kind of like, they got a bit more space, don't they? So it leans towards like what it's like watching sevens, but not that far. Like sevens is just ridiculous.
One of the things I like about league is the offside line is 10 metres back.
So guys have naturally got more space.
Way more space to play with.
Yeah,
Here we go. What can we get out of this?
nothing.
And he's got to... Did he take it inside?
Jules says she's not sold on the sport. You and me both, Jules.
I am.
You and me both.
Oh, did he take it? Oh,
He took it back, all right. It's going to be a dropout.
Oh, if he just...
That's a dropout, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a dropout.
There
But
you
if
go.
if he took it on the full inside, it's a 7-tackle set
You what?
from the 22. So if you catch the ball on the full inside your dead ball zone,
Yeah.
or if the other opposition kick it over the dead ball zone,
Yeah.
a dead ball line,
You get
it's
seven
tackle
tackles.
set from the 20 meter, which is a big...
Is that to punish teams who kick the ball deep too much?
If you kick badly, yeah. Yeah, or you kick it too hard. So you got to have some real finesse to it.
Are we going to see Warriors game streams? If they make the grand final, yes.
Oh, yes.
I'll do a stream for the grand final.
I'll probably be down the pub. I might not be able to join you for that one.
That's all right.
I might be just too... I would be a wreck. Here we go. What do we got? Oh. So Cleary is... Oh.
Oh,
No, that's forward.
yeah, nah. New South Wales, what are you doing?
Crichton.
League has a bit of an NFL vibe to me, says Gus. It is a little bit stop-start, but I mean, there's no way near the long stoppages like rugby
No, it's
union
not.
or NFL has.
No.
It's a heap of little quick plays instead
Yeah,
of
exactly.
long plays.
You very rarely reset a scrum. Look at the state of the scrum. If you've never really paid attention to league, look at the scrum. It's one of the funniest things about league is the scrum.
Yes.
Look at these giant men. Look, they're really sitting in tight.
Have a wee lean.
Have a wee lane. No one's pushing. Like,
Well, it gets all the guys in one spot for a brief amount of time.
yeah, and opens up. They call it a loose head and feed. Is what they call it. And it's kind of weird. Like they've all got their head in loosely and they feed it.
Darramundi put scrum time with quotation marks and a couple of crying laugh emojis.
It's weird. Like if you think you guys give league shit, you hear league people give union shit. They give it shit hard. They're like, it is the most boring game on the earth. It's a penalty fest.
Yeah.
Like in league, everybody has some spotlight shined on them. You can see whether anybody's had a good game. Whereas in union, there are games where you just don't see so and so play.
That's right.
You're like, how did he go? Well, ball didn't really come his way.
That's right.
You know, so they get really pissed off with and they're like, and these guys, there'll be guys in here who have made 50 tackles.
Yeah.
Whereas we'll say, he's made 12 tackles tonight.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is, like, I've talked to you about it before. Whoa, who's that number 4?
That was Tommy Turbo.
Oh, I've seen a bit more,
of
of Tommy's
Tommy
turbos than I would have liked. But I've talked to you before, like, sometimes watching games Union on demand.
Yeah.
How I'll just be like, I can watch a game in an hour just by going like, skip. Right,
Yeah.
scrum. Like, not skipping the scrum, but just skipping to the feed.
Yeah.
And then, like, same with a line out, right? They're setting for line out, skip, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that for this.
There's
not that much, like, when's been the long stoppage that's worth skipping.
I get so nervous when I watch the Warriors or the Kiwis play that sometimes if I'm watching delayed, I will skip until the Warriors have the ball again.
That's not watching the game, though.
No, but I'm so nervous watching them defend.
Right.
He's still got
he's
that.
eating these aerial balls for breakfast, isn't he?
Let him go, Frizzell. Oh, they're going to pin him on their line now. Oh, so this is when they're going to want to make some big hits.
Feels as if someone recodified contact into a touch game. Okay.
Touch is...
It's like touch rugby, but you're allowed to tackle each other.
Pretty much. It's very close to that. Who got a penalty?
League people call union kick and clap. Okay.
Yeah.
Union is start-stop. Union is posh schoolboy twats.
Is this what somebody's saying?
It's a big VH shows put it in quotation marks. That's what league people say about union.
Yeah. Even, one place in the world where rugby doesn't have like a Ponzi sort of...
is New Zealand.
But everywhere else
and Wales,
like,
I think.
Yeah, but in Australia, it's like the private schoolboys
Play rugby union.
Play rugby union.
Yeah.
But I'd say maybe in league, it's still slightly lower socioeconomic group
for sure.
play league.
Even in New Zealand.
But still, rugby union is still very much a working man's game.
Yeah. If anything, soccer
Here we go.
is a
There's your
little
boy,
bit
Frizzell.
more posh, which is weird because in the rest of the world, soccer is absolutely the everyman game.
Yeah.
Come on, New South Wales. Get a score. You need some points. You're 10 points behind.
They're staying in it.
Don't want to watch a blowout.
This could be another Leinster, what's the name game?
La Rochelle.
That's it. Here we go. Try time. Oh.
You got it
Held
down?
him up. Well done.
Oh, man. So close. Over the goal line for
Was that
half a
fifth tackle?
second.
How did they muck that up?
Oh, man. New South Wales looked like they were in for all money.
They did. He just needed to let the ball go there. So let it go. Oh. You were the Fox would have got in there.
I think you're back in league. We're going to score that one.
Oh, a headshot.
I've never seen I've never seen this penalty for 14 players. What does that mean?
What does he mean? Is that something that's about to happen?
Rugby league community, says Big Fair Show. In Australia, are really turning up their anti-union comments because of the player poaching.
Yeah, the Code Wars. I send you, to engage you, I send you Code Wars videos on Twitter sometimes.
Did you?
You don't read my DMs.
I don't get on Twitter that much anymore.
All right. You leave me on red. Is that what the cool kids say?
That's what Hamish says from Kiwi Lads
See the cool kids? He wanted me to do a live stream with him, actually.
for
Go say
this
hi.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, he wanted me to, like...
Does he watch rugby league as well?
Yeah. He does this with his dad, usually.
Oh, really? Is his dad a bit of a league,
Oh,
bit of a
he's
league man?
They got in the coach's box.
Brad Fittler. Couple of chances, not as organised as we like. Yeah, fair enough. It's not just in Australia the private school boys thing, but specifically New South Wales posh, which is another step up in poshness, says Joshua.
Oh, right. Isn't
I got to admit, when I stayed in Sydney, I was staying with
your mother's
my
friend,
brother's
son's,
wife's
cousin's,
parents.
brother's wife's parents.
My brother's father-in-law was working in Sydney at the time, and he was living in North Sydney,
Oh, was that nice?
and I could feel it's pretty posh.
Wait,
He went to the old kind of Sunday markets, and there was all kinds of cheeses and
I like a
you
good
know.
cheese. I'm not posh, but I like Sunday
you like
market.
nice things.
I do like nice things.
There you go.
Would you describe? You wouldn't describe me as posh though, would you?
Nah.
Yeah. Kind of scummy posh. Oh, here we go. Oh,
Ian's back home and he's switching on the game. Good man. I'll leave you guys on audio as long as the wife can tolerate it. So not very long.
Right, yeah. Hello, wife. What's your name? Let us say hi. We'll sing. We'll make her a song. Should I get the guitar out? Yeah, that went down really well last time. Everyone loved it.
There's nice things, and then there's North Sydney posh. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was only there a couple of days, and I got that
Oh,
feeling.
he's got it. No, he's claiming
got it down,
He's
surely.
claiming it. He's claiming it. I don't know about that, but he's claiming it.
What does this mean in league?
Just hold the phone, everybody. Hi, 10. He's claiming it. He's happy.
The bunker. Oh, it's the NRL bunker. So maybe there is an NRL connection. That's got to be on the ground, surely. Since when has cheese become the measure of posh? Now there's your Edams and your tasties and cheddars and stuff, but no, then there's other cheeses.
I want to get a Havarti and a nice brie.
That's got to be a try.
I don't think I got the
The bunker's pretty
they
strict.
called it no try.
Tyson Frizzell,
There's a try.
Come on, bunker. I thought you were supposed to be fast. This is taking an age.
I went up no try.
Maggie, make a song, I dare you.
Maggie.
Maggie's not an easy one to
No
rhyme.
try. It's bullshit.
Never say no to panda cheese. Okay. Did Grant's in Taiwan? Did he ever tell you what the most popular beer in Taiwan is called?
Ping pong sugar juice.
You're not too far off.
What is
It's
it?
called Long Dong.
I thought that was a try. I feel like they were
I thought it was a try as well.
Yeah, but it went up no try.
Would you like a Long Dong?
Love a long dong. Can I get a beer too?
Oh, wrong Grant. Oh, Grant, you've changed your little picture. This is Grant in the desert. Sorry, there's another Grant.
Oh yeah, sorry, Grant in the desert.
There's a Grant in Taiwan as well. This is Grant, the South African Grant in the desert.
Oh, that was bad play, you dumb shit.
Sorry, Grant.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Jerome Luai, what do you got? Oh, they've screwed the pooch there, boys.
Oh, New South Wales just can't.
It's early doors still.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a beer.
I'll have one
Does
too.
Maggie want?
While you're up,
Does Maggie want the guitar or the no guitar for her song? Can you tell me something about Maggie as well? Maybe for halftime. I feel the deafening silence about the song from the chat.
who's off?
Oh,
Tom Gilbert.
Gilly. I always feel like this is.
Desert Long Dong usually involves a camel. I'll bet it does, Grant. I'll bet it does. You'd know more about that than either Tony or I. We'll take your word for that.
Oh, that went
They lost that forward. Come on. Yeah, yes. The ref spotted that. Rian is here. And he says, what is it with rugby? Aussies and rugby on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
It's Origin.
It's state of origin. Yeah. Grant. Not Grant.
I haven't seen your.
Tony would understand that more than me. I've seen Rian's latest video. I couldn't think of something witty to comment, so I didn't comment.
I can never think of anything witty, so.
But that doesn't stop you commenting.
Joke. It's like going to the well. I saw it advertised, but I was with my boss today, out and about, and I was like, couldn't be like, stop it, hold on, sorry, Dunks, I've just got to watch the South African guy. I should have.
Talk about the URC final.
Yeah.
Maggie is a speech pathologist and has a and I thought she said and has a fantastic one. No, and is a fantastic mum.
Has a fantastic bum.
She is a fantastic mum.
What's the state of her bum?
I don't know about the state of her bum, and she's
Let's
just turned
assume-
off.
Let's assume it's smoking. She's a pathologist.
A speech pathologist. What does a speech pathologist do?
Well,
Pathologist.
what is this pathology?
Pathologist, like after someone
study?
dies, like you send them to pathology to see what killed them, right? Or am I don't know.
I thought that.
I wear glasses, but I'm actually a pretty
I'm
stupid
thinking
guy.
paleontologist.
That's a dinosaur. That's dinosaurs.
Pathology. Someone tell me what pathology. Hey, you got some money.
Oh, Randy. Randy Viper.
time to
I told you I
binge.
met Randy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's time to bin Teddy. Who's Teddy?
Titty Disco.
Teddy Thomas from France.
No. Why are they binning to disco? Something happened.
Don't know.
Oh, yeah. This is the thing. Sometimes they tell you what's going to happen in the future. Sometimes these things, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose so. But cheers, Randy. How's it going, mate?
Where did you meet Randy?
At Eden Park.
Oh yeah. Good on your Rands.
I'm sure I've told you this, but I'll tell you again. He came up to me and was like, hey, I'm Randy. Randy. Mark, it's Randy. And I was like, who the fuck is
How
Randy?
horny are you?
But then
Oh.
he said Randy Viper, and then I clicked.
If you're in South Africa, Rian, is there any way you can watch State of Origin? There probably is a way, but is
You're
it-
not completely wrong regarding pathology. But then what's a speech pathologist? Your speech is, I don't know.
ancient speech
I don't know.
speech pathologist.
I've got the headphones on here, and so Maggie didn't hear that. A speech pathologist deals with relearning speech post-stroke and cancer stuff. Damn, that's pretty high level.
I was listening. I was thinking of things that rhyme with
If
Maggie.
somebody had a stroke and then had to relearn how to speech, they call Maggie.
All right.
Did I say relearn how to speech? Relearn how to speak. I need to
Relearn
relearn how to speak.
All right. Okay.
Damn, that's next level stuff. She sounds like a clever cookie.
Good on you, Maggie. So she's a speech pathologist. She's got a smoking hot ass, and
She's a great mum.
she's a great mom.
She does it all.
Yeah.
You're a lucky man, Ian.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll come up with a song later. You'll help me with that.
Yeah, sure.
Halftime?
Because songwriting is definitely in my repertoire.
I bet it is. I bet it is. You can't. Well, that's right. You on the guitar, you can play.
I can play like half a riff.
You can play. Isn't it
Dun,
James
dun,
Bond?
dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's Mission Impossible. Well, no, that is James Bond. League is non-existent here, says Rian. I reckon the South Africans would be good at League if they tried it.
big block, but yeah, like can you
But
remember?
it's probably they don't have like one of the guys earlier was saying like none of these guys are over 6'6", and none of these guys are over 125 kilos. So
Yes, they are.
too small.
Bullshit. Bucky's Botta would have been incredible, but Malcolm Marks would just be a freak rugby league player. They would have had, all this.
They love a
speed out
scrum. They love the set piece, mate.
They would have loved.
They
the
love the
collisions.
set piece.
They would. If they directed their energy at it, they could make a great league team. But yeah, as you say, it's just not big.
Did you catch the Barbars game the other day? Believe it or not, Darmundi, it was not broadcast here.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
I thought you were going to say, believe it or not, George isn't at home. That's a Seinfeld reference.
It is. But he stole it from that song.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know where that song's from?
From that TV show.
The world's the America's Greatest Hero.
That's
what it's
right.
called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! Here we go. Oh, they call it backwards there. I think though, if you'll be happy if they could squeeze out a late try here in the second half, only four down going into the sheds. It's all to play for.
Yeah. They should have had some points from all the ball they've had down Queensland's end.
There's 2 games in Origin.
Okay.
There's the first 60 minutes and the last 60.
I actually remember
Last
that.
20.
I remember that from the last year when I sat down to do a live stream and watch it, although I was by myself that time. I seem to remember one of the games was really shit for like
Oh, he got
60
him.
minutes, and then the last 20 was a belter. So I was left with a really good impression about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think this has been a good game so far. It's been intensely physical. I think I was about to say the Tars. New South Wales are really stuck in it since they
Went
took
down
those-
earlier, yeah.
They've had the run of it since then.
For some reason, Rihanna said cocaine is too expensive here. That must have been something going on in the chat that I missed.
Maybe, or maybe he's talking about why it's not big and making a slight that will.
Oh, maybe because league players do cocaine?
Oh yeah.
Is that a reference? Like, is that
Reece
a
Webb-
slight at,
Oh, that was on his head.
a slight
cares.
at league players for doing a bit of
Well, old what's his name got caught with the cocaine?
James Slipper
What's his name?
a long time ago.
Mother trucker. Reece Webb. No, Reece.
Reece Webb's a Welsh
Reece
scrum half.
Reece Walsh.
Okay.
He got
Well, don't
caught.
the rugby league players get in trouble a lot more with the old drugs and hookers and stuff, right? Than the union players.
Well, I don't know, man. They're both pretty shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard of what bubbling is?
Mark's got it. Oh, I got it. That's what he was referencing.
Right.
You and me, Rian.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. I'm just a little slow.
It was a little bit of a reaching reference.
I got it,
we
though.
Had to think
I
about
got
a
it.
little bit. We'll
I
give you
got
that.
it.
We'll
I
give you
got
that,
it.
Rain. What are you going to cover next week, Rian, when there's no European rugby or no South African rugby on for like the 1 week of the year when there's no South Africans playing? Are you going to do a weekly update next week?
Yeah, he needs to do something.
Yeah.
Didn't Sky have the Barbarians game on demand? I don't think so, Josh, but I could be mistaken. I did look for it on their schedule.
He does Rian does a YouTube, rugby YouTube and review.
If you haven't seen Rian's channel, you should
Go
check it out.
And
If
we-
Junaid were here, he would put it. If Junaid were here, he would put in a link. But
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, there we go.
try time,
Straight
Queensland, not Queensland, New South Wales. I had a 50-50 chance of saying
through. There
that
we
right,
go.
and
There
I
we
got it
go.
wrong.
That's what we said that they needed, wasn't it?
They got some points.
Are they going to pull it back? Lots of obstruction tries and league get
Oh
pulled
man,
back.
Grant with the shots fired. Can you read that? League players getting caught with hookers and drugs is not surprising. It's their mums after all. Boom! Shots
Damn,
fired.
damn,
Wow.
That's
That's
that is
brutal.
offensive.
Demonetized.
Demonetize Grant. How much money you make out of your comments, Grant? Because it's gone. Yeah, look at him. Come on. Oh, sorry about the smack in the mic, everybody. Oh. So he could be a union player, couldn't he? He looks like a. Do you reckon-
Liam Martin.
Yeah.
That's 2 first names.
So's your name. by
I
the
know, I know. I'm aware.
way. Mark Morgan.
I know. Yeah. When I was at the uni in the call
Yes.
center when I first got back from China,
Yes.
I was still called Mark,
Yeah.
and the guy sat next to me was called Mark, and the
It
girl
often happens with your name. Your name is the most
the
common name.
girl sat next to Mark was called Morgan. So,
Oh, so it was-
anytime somebody was like Morgan, I'd be like, what?
So it'd be
Mark, what? And nobody was talking to me. They're talking to the other people.
So there's a Mark Morgan, a Mark, and a Morgan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mark Pierce and Morgan Cook.
So
yeah.
if they, and then sometimes they call for those two and not you, but they go,
Yeah.
"Hey Mark, hey
Morgan,
Morgan."
and I'm like, oh, this is definitely me.
That's couldn't be anyone else. All right. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never
Gus
thought
says
I
sex
could
work
feel-
is legal in some Australian states. Queensland either isn't or just became legal.
It's
Is
legal-
it just stigma or are players actually breaking the law? It's legal here in New Zealand as
It's
well.
legal in New Zealand.
Tax that shit, man.
Me
Why
and,
not?
Me and Mr. Morgan over here wanted to head down.
Oh, I
to
didn't know the score.
We wanted to head down to a brothel, and after this would be
Well entitled to
well
do so.
entitled to do
Although
so.
our partners would probably not appreciate
They'd
it.
get a little bit upset about it.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
Morally, it may be not the right thing to do given we are both
exactly.
in long-term relationships.
And Lydia would also say, "You didn't even take my frequent flyer, my frequent rewards
Get me the
points."
point. That'd be me getting the points. I love a good rewards card.
rewards card. I think you do.
I love rewards
Yeah,
cards like a
I
mother.
never used them.
Oh, bro, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Man, this first half has flown by. It's almost over. There's only like 6 minutes to go in
That's
the first
Origin.
half.
That's Origin. I feel like the here we go. Yeah, I feel like the New South Wales team is actually winning the battle up front. They're getting better go forward.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they're
would
in-
like to see the possession and territory numbers. I feel like it's more New South Wales at this point.
Look at you talking about possession and
Cobbo,
Territory.
I want to bring it back to a stat of some kind. That's my point of reference.
stat chat.
2 cents leave me on a wild goose chase telling me Queensland scores. Yeah, but it was the other way around.
So-
I had a 50-50 chance, mate.
Team in blue scored.
Yeah. It's
Believe
legal in
it
all
or
Australian
not,
states now.
I'm walking
When you get a song stuck in your head, you really get it stuck in your head, eh?
Yeah, it's an earworm.
Okay.
How did it get stuck in my head?
Because
Flying
somebody
away,
mentioned it in the chat.
away on a prayer. Who could it be? You do the last line.
Believe it or not.
It's just.
Me. That's the right
Oh, here we
word, right?
go! Toes away! Wow, they really got the swing here.
Come on, New
You
South
gonna catch
Wales.
the women's origin after this?
I'm gonna go
Or
home.
It's not after. I mean, like later in the piece, the year.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Randy says, I saw Distracted Sports at a brothel near my house and he made my Viper Sniper very randy. Wow, come on, you blues. I hate Cameron Munster, that grub.
Sorry, guilty as charged. I did see him, and I did make his Viper Sniper very randy. Sorry,
Goodness
sorry about
gracious me,
that. I was
Randy.
there visiting his mum.
Oh, shots fired. God damn.
Yeah.
Demonetized.
Demonetized straight away. Oh,
Cheers,
there we
Randy.
go.
Cheers, Randy.
Good on you, Randy. Well done. Good little, well, nice little bit of cyberbullying.
Love the bants.
Love a bit of cyberbullying. Good stuff. A lot of YouTube creators get quite upset about cyberbullying, but not us. We encourage it. We encourage it.
Hey, Pat. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. It's rugby league, but it's if you're gonna watch rugby league, this is the rugby league to watch, right?
Can I help you in terms of? I was thinking about, you know how you get confused by the numbers on the backs.
Yes. Is there an easy way to do this? Because I'm looking
Small
at the number.
small numbers,
Are the backs
small people.
right?
Big numbers, big people.
Okay.
Okay.
That's actually easier than Union, I think.
Yeah. See, look at the size of number 14.
He's a big unit.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what kind of distance these guys clock up. They do a lot of running.
Yeah. Very fit.
They have to be.
It's all the backing up when you're on defense.
Oh, for sure. You
You're
can't
running-
just stand there.
No, you really can't.
They all look
It's
the
like
same
you're
size as
constant-
Grant. That's one thing.
You're constantly running shuttles.
That is one thing Grant makes a point. They all look the same size to a degree. Like in Union, you can go like he's a lock,
Yeah.
he's a prop, whereas
But then,
there's not
from
that.
But that's about it. Everybody else could. You can see
There are midfielders who could be loose forwards.
there are halfbacks like Jimmy Cowan,
who's
who
like
are
6 foot tall
yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, that's true.
So that guy, he could be a front rower. Junior Paulo,
Okay.
number 9, he could be a halfback. He's number 9 is actually the closest thing they've got to what it's sort of meant to be.
Okay.
And he plays number 9 is the hooker, and he always plays dummy half.
What? Okay.
So your hooker always is the guy who collects the ball from they do the play
Yeah.
of the ball.
The hooker does that
The
job.
hooker picks up the ball and
Oh,
passes it every time.
that's weird. Does he scrum in the middle of the scrum?
Yep.
Wow, that's weird.
But he doesn't have to do anything in
I know
this.
he doesn't do anything. It's just weird.
He just has to lift a leg up, get a leg over.
Oh, Jezza says there. Tell you, I'm going to be playing league again. Jezza does boxing and
Oh,
league.
here we go. Oh, they've really got the run of this.
Yeah, man, they need more points to show for all this dominance. But the kicking game's not.
Oh,
Queensland are doing really well on their kick
they
defense.
do. Yeah, it's been great.
Stuart McCloskey and George North could both play as loose forwards. Yeah, that's for sure. I think loose forwards and midfield is probably the closest.
In terms of the
n-
size.
Yeah.
No, they
Like
they-
if Artie Savia decided like early on in his career to be a midfielder, you wouldn't have thought that was going to be out of his physical possibilities.
But the fullbacks and the sevens, and so they have a halfback who plays 7 and a 5'8" who plays like basically what a first 5. But essentially those two are the playmakers.
Okay.
They basically play what a first 5 role is, just
Right.
on either sides of the field.
Right.
Um,
What would Jason Tomalolo be if he played Union? Asks Han Solo.
Jason Tomalolo, Jesus, right now
He's a physical specimen, that
he is
man.
an absolute beast of a human, really.
Yeah.
He
The fact that it touched the Queensland guy's face, does that mean they get another set?
didn't play at the ball though.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
This is a check. Do you have captain's
It was a
challenge?
captain's challenge.
Oh, it is. Look, it says it down there. Now, what
Is
are we
there a
looking at?
reason these guys are not 120 kilos, Josh? Because they have
Some
to
of them
run a
are.
lot.
Junior Polo would be well over 100.
Would he really?
115.
Xavier says, "How do people like league? It's so boring to watch." I'm from Melbourne, and we have like the best NRL team.
Well, that's cool. I really like it. Different people like different things.
This is true.
It's called differences. Everybody.
Junior Polo is close to 120 kilos.
It's weird when I hear leagueies give Union shit. I'm always like, it's not that bad, guys. Stop giving it shit. And then I feel exactly the same way when Unionies give league shit. I'm
I
like,
can
"It's not that bad."
see why people like league and not union, but I can also see the reverse.
Yeah. What was that all about?
League is a bit too samey for me.
It's just because on the surface, I guess I got to pair that. But when you're like, see the nuances and like every game, every hit up, like that's not
Wow.
samey. Like it's a hit up, but it's in the different part of the field.
But it's just like, I mean,
different
in
amount of
union, you can
pressure.
say, like, think Fiji rugby, and you're like, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You can say, think Georgian rugby, you're like, I know what you're talking about. That's something totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, think South African rugby, and it's like, you've got an idea, whereas
But for leaguey, if you could say
league doesn't really have
yeah,
that,
they
does
do.
it?
You could say think 90s Bronco rugby. You're like, oh yeah, like mercurial talent, incredible speed out wide. Think Storm rugby, like incredibly disciplined, hard nosed, like intense approach. Think Penrith rugby, insanely precise, everything pulled off to like at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like it's just what you're familiar with and what you watch. Of course, there's different styles of play. You know, and it is a more simple game, but it just puts a lot more. It highlights the best of the best and how good they've got to be at the simple things. You know,
How many minutes? It is
39:20.
39:20. So there's
have we got
just
anything else left in the tank here for? Probably not. Oh, he's lost it, Cleary. I'm getting cold. Are you cold?
Oh, Victoria, long time no see. I'm all right. I'm wearing a jacket though.
I should get a jumper.
Victoria says my French touch teammates would be so much better if they watched league. Oh, this.
Yeah.
I mean, rugby union has stolen a heap of shit from league.
A heap of the 50-22s.
I mean, just
Goal
even
line
like
dropouts.
how many like I mean, look at Sean Edwards. Like the defensive coaching patterns from league have worked a treat in rugby union.
David Kidwell.
Like because league was professional. I mean, there was
Andy,
just so far ahead of the game.
What's the name?
The Farrell family is a league
They're
family.
a league family.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, Tane. That's our number. That's our half in Origin.
No, Victoria, going good, thank you. Long
There we
time no
go.
see.
Should we make Maggie a song?
You can do that.
All right, here we go.
Around since I've been up in my thumbnail game, I've actually been putting a slight effort in thumbnails.
You've seen you've got these like, what would you call them? Like starbursts sort of thing going on.
Yeah,
Where do you get them from?
I just make them on Canva.
Ooh.
Yeah, doesn't actually take that long. I've always been like, oh no, I'm not gonna buy that. It takes too much effort, but nah, it's all right. League has better shoulder charges. You are correct.
It does. I don't know if this is in tune. No, it's not.
B Hunt, Bunt,
Yes.
Hunt,
Ben Hunt.
Ben Hunt.
So what did we know about Maggie?
Rihanna also uses Canva.
So do I.
Okay. She is a speech pathologist. She's got a nice backside, according to you. That's your interpretation. She's a good mum, and was that it?
Okay. If your speech is a little saggy, oh, hold on. If your speech is a little laggy, and your ass is definitely not saggy, you know who you are. You are our friend. You are Maggie. That's it. That's for you, Maggie.
Nice. Yeah. I was wondering what are you going to rhyme Maggie with, but you popped off a couple of appropriate terms.
Yeah, it was really hard to find to play a guitar that was wildly out of tune as well, and I couldn't be asked tuning it. So there you go, Maggie. That's for you. Glad that's over.
Watching League makes you realise how good Union is, in my opinion,
So many
says.
snarky comments. Fucking.
I can enjoy it for what it is.
Oh, I love it. I really do.
I know I'm not that into it, but
Love
I
the
can still
game.
watch it, so, yeah.
All right. Any actual people who enjoy the game of League? Is it just a bunch of League hate out there? I just came here to shit on League.
I think George Ford is from a League family too. Yeah, you could be right, man. Like I said, there's a heap of skills that are. I mean, look at the way guys finish tries in Union now. Like they're certainly taking a leaf out of the league players' books.
100%. Oh,
Oh, Jezza asks, anyone fancy a trivia question? Definitely.
give it. Or is he asking us to survive the trivia?
Maybe. I think he's got one prepared. I reckon he's got one prepared. I prefer rugby league at club level, to be honest. International is where Union shines, and that's probably right.
Yeah, I'd agree.
International league is not really where it's at.
Yes, trivia. Are they asking? They're not asking us for trivia. They're.
I reckon Jez has got some trivia.
Jez, you got a triv?
He's got some trivia. No pressure, Jez.
Okay.
Okay, which two league clubs won the Essex Sevens? Holy crap, that's pretty specific.
I don't know, Jezza.
Wigan. That's a league team.
Essex Sevens, but the Sevens, so the league team, and the Leeds Rhinos.
There you go. Those are two league teams.
The Wigan Warriors is what the Wigan team is called. Wigan has won.
I know my league.
What about the Rhinos? Did they get it?
Darren Mundy says Hull. Leeds, no.
Oh.
You don't know fuck all about league, do you?
No, well, definitely not a lot about the Essex Sevens.
St Helens. What are some other league teams
Yeah.
in the
I know,
UK?
good name.
Bradford Bulls.
Yeah, Bradford. Yeah, you go. That's good. Or you
That's
just
that.
reading
No, I'm
them
just reading that. No, I didn't know that. Jesus Christ. Maggie says that was fantastic, but also atrocious. That's you in a nutshell.
Thanks, bro. I want to.
Bradford Bulls is correct. Wow, well done, team. Sneaky Mark pulling up the. I wasn't going for a high five. That was me celebrating. That was a yeah.
Did I leave you hanging?
If I would have gone like that for a high five.
You know, can I give everyone a tip? Life advice from Tony.
Yes.
We've all been in situations. It happens to the best of us, and no need to be embarrassed about it. We're all friends here. Where you go for a high five, and the person doesn't quite notice, or they, even worse than that, they intentionally want to give you a burn and leave you hanging. You know what to do? Two options you got. Number one, the option just admit defeat, bring your hand down, very embarrassed, and
Shame.
There's so much shame in just this motion. Every millimeter going down,
It's painful.
it hurts. It stings the hand. It stings the heart. But you know what? You want to take the power back. So, you know what you want to do?
Give yourself a high five.
No, bring it in.
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Did you take that from somewhere?
Boom. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I not that I can remember, but I may have. May have got vacuumed up somewhere in somebody else's joke and been like, oh, then thought about it later, going, oh, I'm so funny.
It's worse when you return a wave to realize the wave wasn't for you. I was actually just thinking that.
What's that?
Darren says when you return a wave and then you realize the wave wasn't for you.
Yeah, I guess.
Like someone was like, "Hey, Mark," like no, the other Mark. "Hey, Morgan," no, the other Morgan.
I did that to someone recently where I waved and then they waved back. I was waving at the person in front of them, but then I felt so bad for the person, no, behind them. So I felt so bad for the person in front of them. I tried to pretend to the person in front of them that the wave was actually for
Right.
them. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
good to see you.
Yeah, I had that at my son's school just this week where there's a lady at the school who my wife is friends with.
She's a lady.
She's a lady. My wife knows her.
Whoa.
I don't really know her.
Yeah.
But then she waved at me. So I was like, and she said, "Hey." And I was like, "Oh, hey." And then she was actually talking to someone else. But then she kind of looked at me. I was like, I'm saying hello to her. So she gave me, "Oh, hey." Like, so it was kind of a triple hey.
I had a similar situation today. I was, with my job, I was in a staff room at a school. And, you know, like, when you go to a school or a staff room or something, when you go to school, you get weird looks because...
Who's this guy?
Yeah, who the hell is this guy? He's not
Yeah.
a teacher. I was dressed up, and we're not dressed up like to the nines. I'm dressed up in relatively nice things. I'm relatively nice. And he was just looking at me, like, out of the, like, just sitting. It was just a teacher hating his life. And he was just, like, looking at me as I went by. And I just caught his eye, and I was looking at him. And when I was like, okay, we're looking at each other now. This is weird. So then I just went, "Hey, man." And then he was, like, shocked that I said hello. And he was like, "Hey." And he looked really panicked by it. I was like, we had looked at each other for so long, we had to acknowledge it.
Nice.
You know? Have you been there before?
Oh, bro, I say hello to people all the time.
You're so good at it, man.
I fucking love it. I love it. Especially people who kind of make a brief eye contact and then fucking look away like, "Oh, I don't want to say hello to this guy." I'm like, "Morning."
Hello, sweetheart.
Yeah.
What's your policy on saying hello to people while you're walking?
Oh, everyone.
Hey, g'day.
Yeah.
G'day.
Yeah, morning.
G'day. Morning.
Morning. How's it going? Hi.
Why don't you say morning instead of saying
When it's afternoon.
you know, instead of saying morning, just say it the same way. Like, morning. Just say, suck a dick. Like, eat a cock. You know?
Oh. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that never occurred to me.
Grab my cock. Like,
Yeah, that's asking to get arrested.
yeah. And then when they say, what? You say morning. Yeah. Outrageous. So that's Cameron Smith.
Yes.
And Cameron
He played
Smith,
for the Melbourne
I
Storm.
think Cameron Smith is on commentary right now.
Okay. He's wearing a maroon jacket.
Yeah.
Blazer.
There he is. There's Brad Fittler.
People only wave at Mark because they think he's Eben Etzebeth. I don't know if anyone's ever looked at me and gone, "Is that Eben Etzebeth?"
You're like
With
Ibn
the dad
Etzebeth.
bod.
Yeah, Ibn Etzebeth.
And glasses.
let himself go.
I never
and
knew Evan
and
Smith.
had-
Yeah, let himself go. Got a bit shorter and
Didn't look
significantly
like-
older.
Didn't look like he had any athletic ability.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
exactly. And just got a smile when he's
Yeah.
not fighting someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Eben Etzebeth is a great actor, though. He had that fantastic scene that him and Alatoa.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Look at us, we're friends. We have a beer.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
the betting segment is not available in New Zealand.
So we can't tell you the odds.
The odds bugger. Bugger. Oh, with related to the trivia.
Woo!
Oh, that's Ian.
Thanks for the money, Ian.
Please split the remains of this super chat after YouTube takes most of it with the artist. Awesome work.
Split
work,
it. He
guys.
wants you to split it with me.
Oh fuck! I gotta
Give me
bring you
some
some. Gotta
money.
bring you some cash.
Give me
some cash.
Yeah, give me some money, motherfucker.
Cheers, Ian, mate.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll take. I'll do more song requests. I'll tune my guitar. If somebody can give $50,
Whoa.
I will compose. I'll write
This
lyrics
is extortion.
and I will compose a 2-minute song for them.
Wow.
50
Is
bucks for
that relatively cheap in the scheme of things, or are there other musicians who would take a lower rate?
Well, they're musicians. I'm a retard with a guitar. Yeah.
Nobody thought Matt Damon is Francois Pienaar, so I could pass for Eben Etzebeth. If someone hit their head really hard, was really drunk, and just saw me passing really quickly, you could
And
maybe.
they had really poor vision.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were squinting their eyes.
Yeah. Then maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But probably not still.
Probably still not, no.
Yeah. We're watching an ad about speeding, and one thing New Zealand does well is horrific speeding. They're not as bad as
To
they
be
used
honest,
to be.
our drivers are pretty shit, so I
But
kind
they're
of
not
get
as,
it.
remember the old days? They would just be. They had those terrible ads. You watch people drowning
Yeah.
in a pond live. There we go, a dead person there. Or,
Mark, the car's on fire!
well, you
That
know
was one of them. My mom and
yeah.
mates used to give me shit about that at school because of my name's Mark.
You're a Manus. What was the Manus one? You're a Manus.
Don't remember that one.
Yeah. Do you remember the one where the drink driving one, and they go, and a guy goes, he meant to be the sober driver, and he's with his mates, and they're like, mate. And they go through
yeah.
times in an evening, he would have said mate, and then you see him have a beer, have a sneaky shot,
Yeah.
and then they're in the car, and and he's driving, and he's hammered, and he drifts off the road, and just he's drifting off the road, one of the other drunk guys in the car goes, mate! And then they have this crash and sort of stuff, and one of the guys dies, and then he comes back to see the other two mates.
And
And
they
it's-
don't respond to the mate.
They don't. And he walks in and he goes, the guys did the drive. He walks in and he goes, mate, and they go, James. Oh, it hits.
The feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Ghost chips. Yeah, that's a good one. Do you know the ghost chips one?
No.
Do you not know? I'm trying to internalize a really complicated situation in my brain. And he's letting his mate drive home, and he's like, "What's up with you?" Oh, Monique says you're dumb. Do you not know that
Don't
one?
remember that, no. I might have been in China.
That's a really good one. Monique says you're dumb. Because he's one of his mates is leaving, and he's like, oh, what's the name? Said too much to drink. Should I let him drive? And he's like, oh, but you might get shit. Everyone might, you might be made fun of and stuff,
Right.
and all that sort of thing. And then someone comes up to him and said, "Oi, what's wrong with you?" He's like, "I'm internalizing a really complicated situation in my brain." And then they go in, and then he goes into a situation where the guy actually goes and dies, and he goes, "Oh, if he dies, he'll come back and haunt me." And then there's all these scenes where the guy's eating chips next to him as a ghost, and he's like, and the ghost is
This
like,
is starting
the
to sound
ghost
really
is
familiar.
the ghost is like, "Want a chip?" And he's, "No, I don't want one of your ghost chips."
Okay.
Yeah. And for some reason, at some stage, one of his friends just comes up to him and goes, "Monique says you're dumb." Oh no, that's right. He goes, "Oh, I don't know what they'll think of me." And Monique's here, and then one of his friends just comes up to him and goes, "Oh, Monique thinks you're dumb." It's a great ad.
Okay.
It's a cracker.
Would you reckon that was the guy's real accent, or was he putting on an accent for the ad?
No, Māori people talk like that.
I'm just asking you, do you think that was that guy's real accent?
I think would have been. I don't know. Maybe they might have been like laying on it a bit thick.
Okay.
It's a weird thing in New
Because
Zealand.
the accent thing's becoming a bit sensitive. Like doing accents, exaggerating accents is becoming.
It's not exaggerating. I was doing the way I was talking right then
Mm.
was pretty accurate to the way a rural
It's
rural
right.
Māori person would talk. But apparently, like you can do an Irish accent, no one gives a shit. But you
Right.
do those accents for some reason, and it's can be offensive.
Yeah.
Can't do an Asian accent.
No. Well, there's
Nobody wants to hear us go.
there was one guy.
Yeah.
There's a guy. Interesting. You bring up the Irish connection. He's like a Chinese Irishman.
Oh,
So he moved to Ireland when he was 8 years old, and he does skit videos about like it's just Asian, but like kind of like Russell Peters, but if he was
Yeah.
Chinese, and people are giving him shit like, "You're racist."
Is he Asian?
Yeah, he's fucking Chinese.
So he's allowed to do it. He gets carte blanche.
Yeah, but people are saying, "No, you can't do that.
Nah,
You're
everyone's so-
reinforcing negative
Everyone's
stereotypes."
so precious. It's not. What do you mean? Someone's accent is not a negative stereotype. It's just the way people
About
say it.
Asian parents. Anyway,
Well, what is he saying? Asian parents are assholes, or just that they're intense? What is he saying?
just that they're
That's
really
a
full
question.
on.
Yeah. Julie's parents intense.
No, they're pretty cash.
Pretty chill.
Yeah,
Chill Bill.
yeah. Well, they let her marry me, so they can't be too bad.
Yeah, they made some terrible mistakes.
Exactly right.
All right. Does anyone else remember the ghost chips? Obviously, Grant Swash does.
Grant, the Ghost Chips ads on YouTube. Okay.
Mm.
Apart from Split Ends, are there any famous New Zealand bands? We would claim Crowded House, but that's
They are. They're New Zealanders.
well, most of them are Aussies, but the
the
two
Finn
key
brothers.
guys were
Finn,
Kiwis.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave Dobbin's famous in New Zealand, but he ain't.
Lord is a New Zealander. It's not
Yeah,
exact-
Lord is
not
a Kiwi.
exactly
She's not a band, but
She's not a band.
she'd be the most famous current one.
Who else would you call a famous band?
We had that one-hit wonder from the Otara Millionaires Club, How Bizarre.
OMC. Yeah. What Farmer Winner? He died, didn't he?
But that's not really. That's just one song.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of great.
Haley Western Rock. Goodness
Yeah,
gracious. Yeah.
There's a lot of great New Zealand music. I love New Zealand music, but it's not. It's just like anything that's not massively.
You like
globally
660?
successful. Yeah, I don't mind them. I'm not a huge 660 guy. Like we do. We do well with our EDM. Like bands like Shapeshifter and Fat Freddy's Drop and stuff have massive followings in Europe. They're more popular in Europe than they are in New Zealand.
Whatever happened to the Datsuns?
I love the Datsuns. Crazy motherfucker from hell. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, they were good fun.
Kick off. Second half's underway.
Footy! Rugby,
Rugby
league.
league.
Here we go. Jinx. Can't talk for the rest of the stream. Mark Morgan, I release you from your jinx.
There you go.
That was a rule. You had to say the person's
Oh
full name.
yeah, for sure. I remember that back in school. Jinx, double jinx. All that
Oh,
kind of
reverse
shit.
jinx, bro.
The top twins.
Well, God. They both got cancer, those poor girls.
Yeah.
Poor ladies.
I always found them kind of annoying. I just didn't like
Didn't
their,
you? I don't like the top
I
twins.
didn't get their comedy. It wasn't my cup of tea.
What do you mean you didn't get their comedy? It wasn't
I just-
exactly
I mean, it's not that I
Subtle.
didn't get just
Didn't find it funny.
Didn't find it funny. Yeah.
like Camp Leader and Camp.
Yeah, it's like watching
Camp
what was
Mother.
what was that Aussie show? The really over the top.
What skit shows in general?
No, the
Oh, I know the one with
Kath and Kim.
Kath and Kim.
Yeah, I just can't stand that kind
I
of
thought they
crap.
were funny. You need to get a sense of humor.
No, I just like good humor.
You think I'm funny?
Yeah, there's funny and there's funny.
It's funny and there's funny looking. Tony.
Oh, Flight of the Conchords, yeah, they're good value.
Yeah, they're awesome. Technically a band.
I suppose so.
they were oh man, Junior Polo was a
He's
beast,
a beast,
man.
yeah, big unit. 14. Put them out on the right wing.
I think after that onslaught, it's been all the Blues.
Oh, yeah, man. Queensland's not been
Look
in
at
the
this.
game. Boomfa.
Jeez. So the
But But they can't fucking stop kicking it that way. I don't know how else you're supposed to kick it in league, but you guys haven't got like they caught. I think
Well, it's
caught
not- yeah,
one
but
of
the
their
whole
own
thing,
kicks,
It's not so much about that. It's the
pushing them back on their own goal line,
yeah,
right?
they're starting their set within their 10.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a bit of a you got to get into the grind.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's a territory battle. You only got 6 tackles.
As soon as Queensland knock it on in their own set, they'll be fucked because they'll have
Yeah.
to defend the whole set from their 20.
And also, if he catches 10, 19 out of 20, he's going to drop one. Does that make sense?
Has Russell Crowe been spotted in the crowd? He might be there. He likes his league.
Yeah, he owns a team. Here we go. What's the Fox got? So this is the Speedster.
Go. Oh, he slips. Go, Fox. Is his name really Fox?
It's Addo-Carr. They call him the Fox.
The Fox.
Yeah, there's so much better go forward. So in league, well, one of the key things that you want to watch is the tacklers. So they want to get the player to their back because it slows the play down for him
Right.
to get up.
It's like
if
putting
you're-
your hand on the ball in the
if-
ruck just to slow it down kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but if you're a defender, so there's a bunch of wrestling that goes on. If you're the attacker, you're obviously if you get tackled, you want to make sure you get to your front.
Right.
So there's a massive battle for the front and the back.
Right.
So you can see all these guys are getting to their
Fronts, yeah.
constantly. So you just get better momentum.
I noticed there's less humping on the ground. There used to be a lot of humping.
Well, there is if you're stuck.
Right.
So he's on his front.
But he doesn't hump the ground like they used to.
So
They used to
a
always
dominant
hump.
tackle will get him to his back. See this, he's on his being stuck on his back here. Oh, and that
Oh,
was,
oh, he's knocked it on. Play advantage?
what?
Play advantage?
No, I think there's a.
If he's playing advantage, let's try something.
He doesn't look happy. He's happy
I look
Carousel.
happy.
He looks happy, older happy Carousel.
Grant
doesn't
just watched the Ghost Chips ad. The accent seemed exaggerated, but it's funny.
he? It is very funny. Is it? I don't know if he got this. I thought there was a little knock on in there.
Are you proud that the only New Zealand show to make it to the UK was Shorten Street? Fucking hell.
Super proud.
Shorten Street.
My friend writes on that show.
It's a good chance for Kiwis to get experience in the entertainment business that they might not otherwise get. Let's put it that way.
They like it. They watch it. I don't know.
It's just trash
no,
television.
it's just a soap, man. Like, that's what soaps are. They're just
Trash.
stuff that never really. It doesn't really
Trash.
matter, and it just goes on forever.
Trash.
Yeah, I'm not a soap watcher myself.
Yeah,
but
I can't
people
do it.
watch it.
Yep.
I remember when I was at uni, I went through a period of watching Home and Away for a long period
Oh
of time.
god. I mean, I watched it as a freaking 12-year-old.
You loved
I was
it.
probably perving at all the women, but yeah.
What were you watching? You're watching.
I watched Shorten Street for a couple of years when it
I
first
s-
started. I
stopped
watched
watching it when Carmen died.
who the hell's Carmen?
Well, she's a character who, when she died, it was probably about 1993.
Okay.
And she, try confirmed.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Let's go New South Wales. Game on.
There we go. They're in the. It's all tied up.
Take
And
the
they're
lead,
in
take the lead, take the lead. They can't charge him down.
Okay, here we go. That's what we want.
Oh, nice. Let's go
Here we go.
cockroaches.
The cane toads and the cockroaches. You did something on Patreon. Said something on Patreon. I
I've got a
never
Patreon.
advertised my Patreon, and I never. Put
You got
anything
you
on
got to
it.
make more content.
I've never put anything on there. I put one video on there, but I don't have a single Patreon.
You got to make more content.
Yeah, I gotta make that sweet Patreon content.
Sean Edwards loved to hump the ground. Okay.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't love that?
Good humper.
Bit of ground action.
How's that not a knock on though? He kind of knocked it back and then it went flat
Yeah.
off the legs. That's what my viewing of it. But
The since the start, the freaking Queenslanders have not been at the races here. Oh, on his back. So there you go. That's what they want. Keep him on his back. It's harder for him to get up. Slow ball.
my sisters tortured me with Aussie soaps, Neighbours, and Home and Away. Didn't Neighbours just get canned?
Yeah, it finally ended.
Yeah.
That was an end of an institution. That.
A lot of, I mean, just like Shorten Street in New Zealand, a lot of Aussie actors have gone through those soaps.
Yeah.
Because it's just that we're actually going to get work. Like if you're an aspiring actor, you need a paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get a job. So I appreciate Shorten Street in that regard, but I never would watch
They don't
it.
actually get paid that much. Those
I know,
guys.
but it's still a job. It's
Yeah. It's hard work as well. Like making
for
that
sure.
sort of television every. You've got to make almost half an hour of television every freaking day.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I make a rugby video almost every day.
Yeah, it's not
Hard
You
life.
don't have to organize. It's just
I don't have
you
to
'cause-
write the storylines.
Well, you have to write your own storylines, don't you? You just go into a video. Do you just wake up in the morning and go, "What can I make?" When you're walking home from dropping the kids off, you're like, so and so. Oh, I guess I could make a video about how angry South Africans are at the ref, or
I usually,
This is
yeah, I
not
just
right,
usually just, I don't know. If I,
how much thought do you give into make?
if I have to think like,
it's 40-22,
oh, it is.
massive play.
I don't usually have to think about it too hard. I just usually talk about the stuff I'm curious about. Like, sometimes I'll genuinely wonder, are the teams that are kicking it more actually winning more games? And I'll be like, let's fucking have a look and let's make a video about it. Because I wanted to know that. So,
Oh, just a
Yeah.
drop ball. Captain's challenge.
Margot Robbie started on Neighbours. Oh, there was heaps of them.
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth
Started
and
on Home and Away.
Kylie Minogue and all kinds of fucking Aussies have been on that show.
Oh, you look. Guess what, mate? Guess what? I don't think you want to. You know who's asked for a post match?
Oh, Kiwi lads.
Your mate wants a post match. I have to be at a meeting at 7:30 a.m. in the
Yeah,
morning.
I gotta drop the kids off, so I might.
Let's give him. Let's give it 10 minutes. Give him 10 minutes.
10 minutes is gonna become half an hour.
Like, we're grown ups who have to wake up and do.
He doesn't have
I've got
responsibilities,
to
that
talk
man.
to 300 principals in the morning.
Shit.
What do you have to do at 8 a.m.?
Take my kids to school.
Yeah.
I had an awkward moment today because they had coffee in the morning. Like every now and again, my son's school will have a coffee cart come by, and you can just go get a coffee in the morning.
Why was it awkward?
Oh, because we were just sitting
you
around,
meant to-
and
you
my
meant to-
coffee, like you write your name on the list, and then
Yeah.
they would just bring coffees out. And they brought the 2 coffees out for the 2 ladies who wrote their names immediately before me. And then the
Yeah.
people coming after me, I was like, where the fuck my coffee? So then
Yeah.
the acting principal came out and was like, oh, have you got yours? Oh, I'll wait for it. She's like, oh, what do you do? And I was like, oh, make YouTube videos. And she's like, oh, like for a job.
You're like, yes, I do. Do I have to explain myself to
So I
you?
was like, oh, how does that make money? I was like, well, YouTube runs ads. Oh, how do you organize the ads? Like, I don't organize the ads. YouTube organizes. Like, I just spent like 10 minutes trying to explain. Like, oh, yeah, that's really that's how it works.
Oh, here we go. What's up, darling? I've been summoned. You going to bed? Do you want me to say goodnight? Do you want to say goodnight to these guys? Do you want them to hear your voice? They want to. Do you want to hear Lydia's voice on the chat? Anyone? It's really great. It's very manly. So maybe she doesn't want to share it. It's true. All right, hold on. Yeah.
Tomorrow's Saturday though. Tomorrow's what?
Tomorrow's definitely not Saturday.
Yeah, no.
Good night, darling.
There are YouTube videos of Russell Crowe where he performed in Willie Russell's Blood Brothers Theatre. Okay. Grant said good night, Lydia, by the way.
Good night, Lydia from Grant. She said good night.
She did say it. Big thing for actors in the US is getting Screen Actors Guild card. Something like in
All right,
New Zealand.
I'm going to reply to him saying we're going to give him 10 minutes, okay? Right. Oh, that was a nice little play.
Joseph missed his tablets. Yeah, that's why he thought it was Saturday. Oh, more Biffo!
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Go! I think someone might have. Did someone swing?
He came in with a
Swing an arm.
aggressive hug.
Oh, man. Wouldn't be Origin without it. Yeah. Bit of a swinging arm down there on the ground. So much stuff that would get pinged in rugby union is just play on in rugby league, eh?
Who's this?
Tim.
Sorry, I've left him on red, whatever this is.
It's Tim.
Hey, man, thank you.
Normally you're doing matches on a Friday night New Zealand time. That is true, Joseph. Wednesday night is unusual.
I don't know who that is.
There was a huge push for unionisation among New Zealand screen workers about 10 years ago, says Joshua. Yeah, I remember there was a big thing when they were making the Hobbit films here about how actors and other like related workers were felt like they were getting a raw deal. But now New Zealand doesn't have much going on in the film industry. One of my neighbours is like a professional extra.
Really? That's his full-time gig?
Well, I don't think it's full time. He's mostly retired, but not quite on the pension yet. But yeah, he was in the Rings of Power
Oh, yeah?
before they took the filming offshore. He was recently on one of the local productions, the comedy Dumb as Dog Shit one. 7 Days?
Oh, yeah.
He was on one of those. Yeah, he always gets gigs as an extra. He keeps telling me he's got all these tips. Like, he'll find, like, in the trailer, he'll be
Yeah.
like, look, that's me. Because he'll be like, everyone else was just fucking looking where they were supposed to be doing. I just fucking looked at the camera. He's like, you got to take your 5 minutes of fame. He
I
loves
just
it.
did the one thing I shouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like best. It's probably not a bad little gig if you're long in the tooth. And
Yeah. He
for a
said he
bit of
got
pocket
paid.
money.
He went to the 7 Days thing. He got $200 for 2 hours. So
For 7 days, just being in the audience.
nah, he had a speaking thing that
What
he
do you
had
have
to do.
be?
It was one of those jokes or something where it was like these three guys, like one of them's a truck driver, one of them's like a dentist, and one of them's like you got to like ask them questions.
He's one of those guys that just sat there and got the piss taken out of him
Yeah.
for a period of time.
Yeah, basically.
Lucky him. Oh, Ruben Cotter. Jeez Louise, the Queenslanders are
Under
only
the
2 points in it here, but
pump.
they are. Ooh, when are they going to bring Nico Hines on? That's what I want to know.
Simon says things are allowed to happen in Origin matches that regular NRL matches would not be allowed.
Yeah,
Right.
which I kind of like. It's special.
Sounds like a fun little gig. Yeah, Brett. He gets a
Shout out, Brett. We know you're watching.
He does actually watch every now and again, but
Does he really?
probably not this far in.
What about the Origin? New South Wales.
He's got cauliflower ears. He used to play rugby.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
What's the state of his penis?
I have not given it an inspection. I'll ask him to flop it out and give you a report.
Hey, Brett.
Demonetized.
What? We haven't sworn too much on this, have we?
Bro, I will be very surprised if we don't go 3 from 3 with the demonetizations.
To be fair, like, how many people really watch this post the thing?
Yeah, I suppose.
Imagine, like, it's not like a podcast. We're not talking about, and it doesn't really make sense without the video itself. It's a watch along.
Grant says, I've never seen Tony this interested in a game. That's a sad state of the union affairs.
Well,
No, we were pretty into it with the Women's World Cup
Oh
game
yeah,
we
we
did.
were
That
right
was
on the edge of
incredible.
our seats that game.
Go Bobrovsky. Josh, man, you've been watching yourself some NHL, man.
Oh.
The NHL also has the same deal where they, in the Stanley Cup finals, they tend to, the playoffs, they let a little bit more go.
Yeah, right.
They don't want to stop games for like marginal calls if they can avoid it.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
to basically be the talking point for some
Yeah.
call that decided a big game.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
a
no,
lot.
Sergei Bobrovsky, he's the goaltender for the Florida Panthers, and he's been on fire.
Really?
Yeah, he's hardly letting in more than a goal or two a game.
He's crushing it.
He's crushing it, all right.
All right, this might be a bit of time. I'm sensing a bit of Reece Walsh magic coming up. You ready?
Okay.
I reckon on this play they're going to go out to the... No, they're not.
He's going to Sergei Bobrovsky it.
I could not have been more wrong.
100 more days until the Rugby World Cup.
Far out. 100 days.
It's not that long.
Yeah, it's really not that long. Fuck. What's you gonna watch every game?
I don't think I'll be able to watch every game live. It's just
Is it the busiest time in the 4 year cycle for you?
November last year was pretty insane.
But like in terms of,
Pure number of matches, it will be. Yeah.
so will you? What's your kind of schedule going to be? Will you do?
Oh, someone's lost a boot.
I sure have. Will you watch?
He's stopping to put his fucking boot back on.
What else is he-
You keep playing until the next stoppage. I guess
but
there's
he
no
doesn't have to-
stoppage
he-
in
He
league.
doesn't have to go to a breakdown.
I suppose so. Far out.
Oh, Reece Walsh.
You never see a Union player do that. They keep going. But you guarantee there's a stoppage in Union in a short time.
Yeah. And that stoppage is going to go for 15 minutes because it's
Yeah.
a scrum, reset scrum.
Jezza is going to Ireland against South Africa. Man, that'll be a big game.
That will be.
Big game.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. You know, a game that the best game to look forward to on the other side of the draw is if it happens.
Fiji, Georgia.
England,
C.
England, Australia in a quarterfinal.
Oh, yeah. That'd be tasty.
That'd be really good. If that's a quarterfinal on one side, and then you've got two bangers of quarterfinals on the other side, and then it'll be Argentina. Who would be the other quarterfinalists? So it's going to be. Let's just say it's Ireland, New Zealand, France, England.
The favourites from the other side of
England.
the draw, there's Wales,
Wales. So it might be
Australia, Argentina, England, Japan are all on that side of the
So
draw.
one might be Wales, Argentina. Which would be the most lackluster of them? Or if Japan can
I
sink
mean,
through.
Japan's a second seed, but they're not predicted to get out the pool. What happened?
What's going on?
Play to the whistle, folks.
They stopped because he realised that there was an obstruction.
Ah,
So he just volunteered the tackle.
you keep yawning. Are you tired?
I had to wake up really early this morning.
Oh, fuck that.
Here we go, Cobbo!
Oh, that's magic. They've had nothing going on,
Yeah, that's huge.
and they just fucking score out of nowhere.
And that
Wow.
was some shoddy defense. Was it shoddy defense, or did he just... He kind of was weird how he got a slid in like on
Yeah.
his side, like he was posing for a photo.
Yeah. Cobbo, he's class.
Yeah, class.
Cherry Evans with who popped that last pass?
That was Reece Walsh, was it? It was Reece Walsh.
Broke. Oh, I
Did he
tried to
touch
take
the
his head off.
ground? No, he got that down easy.
Man, perfect. And he's looking at the camera in the corner. Man, very classy. How good was the Blues Canes? Mark Tellier was on fire.
Yeah.
But right now it's all Cobbo.
talking-
Selwyn Cobbo.
Oh, far out and straight through Luai.
Selwyn.
Selwyn's about a very, very posh name, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it? Oh, I thought it would be. What? Selwyn.
I used to live on a street called Selwyn Street.
He looks like a nice guy, doesn't he?
He does. He's got a nice smile.
Yeah. Best smile in rugby union.
D-Mac.
D-Mac. Does this pass come from
Who was that final pass there?
Reece
It was
Walsh.
a great one.
Reece Walsh? He did well.
Time check, Gus. They don't have they
Oh.
don't have the time on the screen at the sec, but I'll let you know. 58:30.
Yeah, I am yawning, aren't I? Our pods usually don't go this late. And
This is
yeah,
true.
my boss.
Oh, what a conversion.
I spent the day with the CEO of my company. Well, not my company. The CEO of a company that owns my company.
Oh, wow.
And big cheese.
The big cheese. Did he offer you a pay rise?
No, he didn't. Not even a blowjob. Nothing.
Nothing.
Didn't think I was going to get that either. Yeah. Gotta take what you can get though.
Biggest can't be choosers.
Yeah. How's your relationship with Planet Rugby and all the writing you're doing for them going?
No, it's good. I wrote 5 articles last month.
Shit. What do they give you?
Money.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to talk figures on this.
Yeah. I mean, not that much, but
£6 million
it's
pounds
a
an
nice,
article.
it's a nice wee sweetener, guaranteed income,
Yeah.
and yeah, they're actually good. They're good folks.
Yeah, they haven't requested my services for dick jokes. which
Bugger.
Really, I'm just waiting for the call.
It'll come.
It'll come.
I like it. Both teams are sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah. Are they both sponsored by Westpac too? No. One's Aussie Bank and the other one's Westpac.
Westpac. You don't bank with Westpac, do you?
I don't bank with Westpac.
Well, they're shit.
Are they? I think they did once.
I think I did as well.
I think they had a.
Fuck, you gotta stop the yawning.
I'm sorry.
Give yourself like a slap or something. Goodness me.
I'm gonna have a whiskey. Hold on.
Yeah, get
You
yourself
want
a whiskey. No, I gotta drive.
A little dabble. You want another beer?
I'm still going with this one. I'm nursing it.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's not.
Macca's probably sponsors the comp, says Victoria. I love the fast food sponsors getting in on the competitions. Like KFC sponsors Super Rugby over here. So
Yeah, if you want to be a professional athlete, do not eat this product. We all line up.
basically. That being said, prior to the 2019 Rugby World Cup, I went to see an NPC game.
Yeah.
And sitting like 5 seats down from me was Offa Tu'ungafasi, All Blacks prop. And he was just like fucking eating. He had like 3 pies. He was just eating all the pies.
He's got to get that mass.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I told you this. Do you know Slade McFarlane? North Harbour prop?
No.
I went into the North Harbour sheds, just walked in after a game. Naked dudes walking around, and I was like freaking 9, but I was like...
A few long dongs.
Just a couple of long dongs, a couple of not so long dongs. They did called Walter Little for a reason.
Oh!
Shots fired at Walter Little.
What did Walter ever do to you? He's a great player.
He was a great player. Tiny cock, though. But Slade McFarlane had 3 Big Macs next to him.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, after the game. Top off, tits out, 3 Big Macs. Nico Hines wants to get out there. The guy on the left, he's been an absolute sensation for the Blues of late. Not the Blues, for Cronulla. And everybody's been saying that he should be the standoff. But Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary have like a 2-year-in-a-row premiership winning combination.
So they don't want to break up that partnership.
But Nico's so good. I'm wondering when they're going to pull the trigger on him. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm going to pour myself a drink. Tell me if something happens.
Okay.
What is the chat talking? You haven't really been acknowledging their stuff very much. Quite a few premiership clubs.
Said about London Irish, yeah. The Premiership clubs seem to just be spending more money than they can bring in, which is not a great way to run a business, from what I understand.
Costs should not outweigh profit.
Yeah, basically. So, unless they're going to have like sugar daddy owners, but it's not really a way you want to go down. The top 14 seems to be the ones who run things properly. But I say that from a very far vantage point. I don't follow the top 14 at all. But yeah. Grant, for one, would love a dick joke Tony Rugby Planet Rugby article. Yeah, top 5 dicks in rugby.
The biggest cost in rugby.
Number 1, Matt Coburn. Because it's... Oh, Cherry Evans has just knocked it on in his own half. He's shaking his head in disgust. As well you should. You're a professional athlete. They don't pay you to do this.
They certainly don't.
What are you doing, son?
The ASMR. People enjoying that?
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake, 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 shake.
Oh, it's the first innings.
He's been bowling unplayable arm balls.
I missed how many sundries there were.
How many behind?
Danny Grucock. Yeah, that's true. He'll be on Tony's list.
What do you think of this? Have a sip. Just a tiny little...
I don't really drink whiskey.
No, yeah. Tastes a lot better than that shit you were making me drink the other night.
Was it like single malt? No, that's Scotch. I'm getting the drinks confused.
I think it is, by the way.
Okay. Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Palatable.
It's weird having hard booze that's actually drinkable after and also Sipping with ice.
On the rocks.
Can you drink that Fing Jiao with ice?
It doesn't
Fing Jiao?
work. It doesn't work anyway, mate. It only
Oh,
works.
here we go.
Oh, New South Wales have just lost the ball.
You bad
Hot on
cops.
attack. Hot on attack.
Could have you got a proper intercept there?
Sucks the top 14 cannot be viewed here like at all, Joshua. Sky New Zealand used to have the rights to the top 14 and they would put the odd game on like
Do you reckon
once a
that's
week.
Is this a
Turning point. Oh, deliberate knock on Cobbo.
Is he 10 minutes in the bin in Union?
Cobbo, for sure. Absolutely. Try scoring opportunity. You're gone, Burger.
They're just like,
Play on. If you can get a hand to it, power to you. Don't fucking pass it to him where you can get a hand to it.
yeah.
I kind of like that. Then there's no debate about it. Like if someone just, can you slap the ball down?
No.
You can't. That's a penalty.
Well, I reckon in the NRL game that could have been called.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. But like, I think it's fair. I don't think he was trying to do anything malicious. I
Right.
think that
Just
he
going for an
was-
intercept.
Yeah.
Come on, we're on freaking second tackle, is it? First
Yeah.
tackle. Got to score here, New South Wales.
Oh, Tedesco. Weaving and wagging and
He's humping.
dicing and bicing. Come on, let's get Nico Hines out there. If you don't score here, Nico Hines has got to come on.
Come on, Haas.
There's your big man.
Do you follow the Haas Formula One racing team?
I do not.
Okay.
I haven't been watching any Formula One this year.
Quick hands.
Oh,
Is that the
didn't
Fox?
That's the Fox.
Go Foxy.
Yeah.
Nah. This is a wasted opportunity. Puts out the big kick, which never works in this game.
And the one time it does.
Until it does. Oh, what a try. Crichton.
They'll go back and they'll have a good look
They
at
got to
that.
TMO that. You got to TMO that one. Yeah, top 14 in New Zealand, they don't have a broadcaster at the moment. They used to be on. They would put highlights on, and then they would put like one game a week, but that was a couple of years ago. That was probably
Where did that come
pre-COVID.
off? Oh, you can't.
It's got to be try time, surely. You can't deny them that.
Well, let's just see what the contest in the air looked like. Let's just have a look at that, Mike.
All right, slow it down.
How's the sound sounding, guys? It sounds all right. We haven't had any complaints.
No.
And he tries to fuck the back of his head, Jerome Loai. Crichton, the man who came in for our friend, they've confirmed it. Crichton, who came in for Latrell.
Big conversion here.
Yeah, big conversion. And it's a yuck one as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it's tough.
The kickers usually aren't as good in league as they are in union.
Who do you think we were in, La Rochelle or the Chiefs? I'd be back in La Rochelle.
I'd back the Chiefs. Just to be contrary.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to disagree, don't I?
For sure.
No, I don't know. Probably La Rochelle. Well, where would it
be played?
If it was played in France, I'd back La,
La
Rochelle.
Rochelle.
But if it was played in Hamilton on a cold, wet night, after they had travelled for 48 hours.
Apparently my mic is fine. You're a little quiet.
Oh,
Unusual. It's usually the other way around.
it is an.
You're loud. You're a loud individual.
I am not quiet. Is that better?
Sound is clear, but getting a bit slurry. Yeah, we can't do much about that.
Yeah, sorry, that's just natural. And he slots it.
He's an 89% kicker. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Get him in the All Blacks.
Fucking A. Has he got any New Zealand connection? He was born in New Zealand, wasn't he? Or they raised in New Zealand for
He
a
was
while?
raised in New Zealand for a long period of time. His dad was the Warriors coach for ages.
Have I mentioned that Gazza said that if he'd stayed with the Warriors, they would have won a premiership?
I don't know if you've mentioned that.
Gazza's mentioned that. He may be parroting somebody else.
Well, they would have had a much better chance. He's won the last two premierships. Oh.
Jules has got to go sort out the kids.
Tell them I say hi.
Some random guy from the internet says hello, kids. Who is he? Tell him to leave me alone.
Why did you make that so creepy? Here we go. We're in
Any
the,
live streams? Yeah, probably do at least one. I don't know if I'll include this guy, but because if
What do you live
if I came here 3 times in a week,
Yeah.
there may be fireworks. Not between me and him.
No. No, you came around tonight and Lydia, my partner, was like, she gets
Kicking me out the lounge.
Kick her out of the lounge.
But
we have
she
another
wanted
lounge.
to finish what she was watching. And Tony was like, no, get the fuck out now. And I was like, no.
Yeah, you played the good cop.
Yeah, I play good cop. Yeah. That way I'm still welcome next time.
Yeah, exactly. It's only 1.5.
Call him Uncle Tony. Oh. That's a big thing in Asia, though, calling people like uncle. It's kind of a stage in your life as well. Like if you meet a stranger.
Here he comes.
Oh,
Nico
you're your
Hines.
boy. If you meet a stranger, like when I first was in China as a 20-something, right?
Yeah.
If someone had a kid and they were like, oh, say hello to like they would call you like big brother.
Oh, yeah,
Like, hey, say hello to big brother. Like, oh, handsome
Yeah.
big brother. But like at my stage of life now, they're like, say hello to uncle. Like, I don't know when it happened, but I went from being big brother to being uncle. And then it gets, there's another one after that where you'll be like, kind of like,
old bastard.
old fella. Yeah.
Distinguished old man. Nico Hines coming in. There he is. 10 minutes. So, yeah, they have similar things in Malaysia. Well, the other thing I found very strange was like, so they're Muslim people, and whenever they say hello, younger people are meant to salam the older people.
Right.
Do you know salam? I'll salam you. So I salam you. Come here. We'll shake hands. I'll salam you. So I go like that. I put my thing to that.
Okay.
Then I've got to touch my chest.
Okay.
And the other person sort of touches their chest or something like that. And
Okay.
It's all pretty intense. Well, and like you don't actually shake.
Right.
You just hold your hand and they do that.
Okay.
And all Lydia's nieces were like trying to salam me all the time. Like they were coming out trying to gently hold my hand and bring their head to my hand and stuff, as I was the older person.
Right.
But I just kept on like every time they would do that to me, they'd go like that. I'd just be like, "How the bloody hell are you?"
Shaking them off.
Yeah, just shake them, and it would just we got.
That's muscle memory. You can't stop
Yeah,
it.
we would just have these super awkward hands.
Don't do it, hand.
Yeah, how are you, you old bastard? You good?
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go. Oh. So who do they take off? What position is he playing? They take off Cleary. Oh.
Wow, clobbered. Oh, New South Welshmen are fired up. Victoria says she definitely transitioned from big sister to auntie and she's not even 30.
Oh.
He lost his footing, eh?
Yeah.
He didn't really hit him that hard, but he did enough to make him lose his footing.
Yeah. Oh, they're going for the short kickoff. Oh, yes.
And they've regained it. Go,
Oh, here we
Queensland!
go.
Why am I saying go Queensland? Because I won a game.
Yeah. That was a huge play. Origin time.
Here in the desert, you are not supposed to touch a woman's hand.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's been pinged?
He got pinged.
Not
He
releasing?
Did a great tackle and then
Ah, silly boy.
held on a sec.
Trying to slow the play down. You're piggybacking the Queenslanders up the field.
Here we go. Here we go. I still think the lead could change 3 times in this game.
For sure. Yeah, in China, they do the handshakes, especially for men, but you don't, there's not the big squeeze.
Yeah.
They're kind of flaccid handshakes.
Yeah, they feel a bit limp wristed.
Bit
I always
limp,
found that when
yeah.
I met a guy, because they do like a kind of their own kind of salam, but it is just for like.
There's not
us
the
white-
whole-
Yeah, there's not the whole sort of.
Test of manliness.
I don't
thing.
like the. I don't. There's some people I meet. I'm like, you are literally just trying to crush my fucking hand.
Yeah.
This is just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's just a bit much. But I don't like a limp wristed handshake.
No,
as
it's
well.
got to be just slightly firm.
Yeah. Yeah. Like your sex life.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
slightly.
Here we go. Oh,
Almost key tackle from your man. Was that your man, Hines? What a tackle!
where have they put him on the
Even
field?
Victoria says nothing worse than a limp handshake. Oh, why'd
Oh,
they
that's
kick
not
that?
a
Were they on their
great-
fifth? Okay.
That was. What do they say? So this is a tough position to come out from.
But
Takes you like 3
the
tackles.
Queenslanders have got a guy in the bin?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
We missed that.
But totally did.
What we're talking about fucking handshakes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Nathan Cleary's run almost 9Ks in this game. That's insane.
Yeah. That's fair running, eh?
The only thing when I meet my family from Singapore, I naturally want to give a big firm handshake, but it doesn't seem to be a thing for them. No, they wonder what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
Why are you assaulting me?
There he is.
Go. I actually want New South Wales to win, but anyway.
Well,
Is he giving away another one? HIA.
so they got this thing where they have on the sideline they have an independent doctor.
Doctor, yeah.
So if he gets to call it, that isn't. It's not the
Stop the
doctors-
game.
It's not the doctors from the
Yeah, the teams.
teams because they can't be trusted.
No.
What happened to him here?
Oh, he hit the turf with his head.
Just went fucking head
Head
first.
first on the ground. Bam! That was,
Yeah.
yeah, probably not
Probably a
pleasant.
good one for him to go off. Oz wide bank.
Living in France, you get pretty used to kissing cheeks. Yeah, I don't know if I could get used to that. I guess you would if you'd lived there.
Yeah. Nate Miles is there too. Billy Slater was a great player. Boy, oh boy, he was quality. He would have made a cracking junior player. Would have been one of the best Australian players of all time.
Was that right?
He was just a phenomenal.
Better
talent.
than Matt Giddo?
Yes, he would have been.
Better than Quaid?
Yes, better than any other name you got to try and name.
Larkham?
Yeah, it would have been up there. He would have been with the Nick Farr Jones and the Liners of this world.
Goodness gracious me.
Yeah, Liners youngest son's out playing.
Yeah, he's
isn't
got a
he?
couple of sons who play rugby.
Not bad. Looked like he's relatively composed.
Yeah.
Be good if he played for a winning team, but I saw him taking some very handy penalties.
Oh, go.
Oh, here we go. What do you got?
Here's trouble. Oh, he
Oh,
missed
he
him.
got on the
This is
outside.
a try time.
Oh shit!
This is try time. What a try that
What
was.
a try! Oh,
Wow.
there we go. He gave the dolphin fin as well.
Because he plays for the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny enough, the Sharks never did that, but the Dolphins came in and been like
Bang,
fins
straight
up.
onto it.
And
They've claimed it.
All the Sharks have been like, we've been around forever.
Why don't we think of that? No, we can't do it. It's been claimed. How do we rate the mullets out of 10? There's a few good mullets out there.
There's a lot of European haircuts. I had this to wake me up, but it's just made me feel a bit drunk. Funny that about alcohol.
It'll do
I
that.
just feel tired and drunk.
Absolute choke by New South Wales. They should have been more than a try up, I reckon, but I don't know much about rugby league, but yeah, that's what it felt like.
Look at
Who's
this
that guy in the
boy.
background?
He's thrilled.
Is he a ball boy, is he?
He's really going
He's
for
fucking
it.
loving it.
This is the best moment of my life. Feel like I scored it.
Nice.
What? He looks a bit old to be a ball boy.
Yeah.
Why is Walsh
It's a
doing
ball
it too?
teenager.
Was that his special move? I don't.
Oh, Victoria said sometimes you go to a different region in France and the kiss that you usually start with can go reversed.
Yeah.
So you might end up both kind of going.
One of the hard things that I find, I work in education, so I have to honging people quite often,
yeah.
right? A lot of
Yeah.
honging. And I was with a colleague of mine, a female. We were drinking with this Māori principal for ages. It solved all the problems of the world as you do after
Yeah.
a few drinks and all that sort of stuff. And then we got back to the hotel and we were saying goodbye. Then he came up to me and was like, "Great chatting to you, bro. Great koradu." And went to hongi me, and we hongied. Yeah, fine, whatever. And then my colleague is a female. was like saying when they went to say goodbye, and then he went to like kiss her on the cheek because oftentimes
Oh, she went for a hongi.
she went for a hongi, he went for a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, so
And-
she ended up kissing,
No, yeah, so
kissing his
she
nose or something?
no, so she was trying to follow his nose, but he was leading with his lips, going for the cheek, and then they ended up having a little peek on the lips. That's the funniest thing ever.
Oh, nice.
And then I was just, it was super awkward. And they, oh, here we go. Oh, what's happened here? Yeah, it was very, very awkward.
Yeah.
And they both looked awkward. And then he went inside, and I was like, to her, I was like, that was the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh, man. Back when I was a uni student, I used to work at Food Town
Yes.
doing the night fill.
Yeah.
And the what was her job? Duty manager.
Yes.
The duty manager and I were talking out the back about, I don't know, something work related. And then I was kind of gesticulating, as you do. And I just ever so slightly
Brushed your boob.
brushed her boobs. And I didn't know whether to acknowledge it and say sorry because it was so quick and I was in the middle of a sentence. Yeah.
So did you acknowledge it, or do you guys just both have to live with the fact you sexually
I ended up
assaulted her?
dating her, actually.
Oh, really?
So maybe that was the start of
yeah,
it.
Right. She was like, oh,
She's
my
like, all
God.
right, I like the cut of this guy's jib. He's not mucking around.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, this is game over. That's it. Surely, with a man down, 2 tries.
That's huge.
Unbelievable.
That
No
is
way.
huge.
Queensland.
He's in.
Hollywood. How's it going, man?
Wow. Okay, it's 4 minutes left.
Mark's pickup move, swat a nipple again. Apparently. Yeah, no, don't sexually harass people.
That's frowned upon.
Yeah.
Also illegal.
You know, after the URC final,
That was a prop.
yeah,
doing
wow. I said to the Munster fans, drink in moderation, like kind of like in jest.
Yeah.
And someone was like, have a day off.
Have a day off from drinking.
No, have a like take it like have a day off. Like stop telling me to not drink.
All right. Okay.
Like I was being dead serious.
Wow. See, it was interesting there. Munster scored the try, and he's like known as a renowned pest. But they didn't all go to like give him some love. They all went to go give the prop that did the incredible pass the love.
Yeah. That's game, surely. Can they come back in 4 minutes?
Stranger things have happened in Origin.
New pickup move, accidental sexual
They need
assault. Yeah, basically, Josh.
They had scored directly from the kickoff.
Munster showed it's not how you start a season, it's how you
Oh.
finish. He's speaking about URC rather than Cameron Munster. If they all bugger off the other way, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, where's all my mates?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pushed that wide.
Yeah, not a great kick.
Don't think it'll matter. 26 points to 18.
That's amazing from them.
That's a good kind of comeback.
That's
eh?
coming over.
Collins, eh? Collins is a prop.
That's not meant to happen.
So
a
10
front
is
row.
a 10 is a prop. Okay. Look at him.
You're thrilled with it. Thrilled with that effort.
Grant says the Munster game didn't happen. Sorry, Grant.
Sad.
Who are we going for?
Oh,
FBW.
yeah, that's the game. That's the game right there.
Tony decided to go for Queensland. I decided to go for New South Wales, but
Okay, I'm gonna forward you this. We're gonna have to do it. It's the link to. We're gonna do 10 minutes of post match.
yeah, that's right. I'm thrilled. I like Hamish,
Oh, he's a great guy.
but it's
the middle of
midnight.
the night.
It's midnight, literally midnight.
And we're
Old men.
yes. And for him, 12 o'clock in the middle of the night is the middle of the day.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah. And this is what he does. He's a night owl.
That's
He literally is a zombie. Not a zombie, like a vampire.
Hollywood says this is the most rugby league I've ever watched. He's only just tuned in. He's only been here 5 minutes.
It's cracking.
I was hoping Opal Miner was going to be here. He's a big Queenslander. He'd be loving this.
See? Oh, you got a grenade for you.
You just get songs stuck in your head and you're just like, I have to sing this one line.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm going to explode.
Why did that song pop in my
I
head?
don't know.
There's something about Open Miner that did that for me. It's,
Your
I've got a
mind
grenade
works.
for ya.
Your
It rhymes
mind.
with Open
Your
Miner.
mind works in interesting ways.
Odd ways.
I was being more polite, but yeah.
All right, so if you guys want to continue to see us talk for another 10 minutes, go across to
The Kiwi lads.
the Kiwi lads.
I'm going to go to the bathroom between here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't take the abyss directly down the webcam.
No.
Demonetized.
Banned.
Yeah.
That might be
gone,
more than demonetized.
Yeah. Oh,
Or close. Mullet man.
Moulay, man. 1 minute left. I thought for long periods of this game, the Blues looked like the better team.
Oh, heaps of the first half, especially in
Yeah.
the start of the second. Yeah, for sure.
Crichton,
Hamish wants to know if you can access the link. I'm pretty sure Tony knows how to get on StreamYard.
yeah. I've sent it to. Tell him that I've sent it to Mark, and Mark's going to access it.
Oh, yeah, because we're on my account, of course. That's why you sent it to me.
Yeah.
Because it's my computer. Dum. Yeah,
There it is.
we have the link. We have the
the link
technology.
is had.
We have the technology.
Good news though, guys. My weekly meeting on Monday has been cancelled.
Seriously?
On Monday.
On Monday.
Not my meeting tomorrow where I've got to talk in front of.
300 principles.
It's probably more like 200. I exaggerate.
Is it in person or online?
In person.
Wow. Nice.
Do a lot of public speaking.
I don't mind public speaking.
Neither do I.
I told you I used to be a court registrar, right?
Yes, we've gone through this and many
And,
times. And you had a whole process.
And
Look at them.
used to be a teacher in China, so
Yeah, and you're also a male prostitute over there, I heard as well.
long dong.
Yeah, you don't have to be a prostitute. No. Billy doesn't look that thrilled, does he?
It's only game one.
It's game's
only
not done.
game one.
The game's not done.
All right, folks. Well, that was State of Origin
Origin.
with Tony from Distracted Sports.
Here I am.
That's him, not just the guy in the hat.
Go subscribe.
Yeah.
I do like.
Also, 2 Cents on Tour has
Yeah.
2 videos on it. That's my other channel.
Go check it out.
2 Cents on Tour. I was in China. I took video.
I
It's
was-
got 202
He was
subscribers.
in China. Oh,
Yes.
you've gone up since.
Going up.
Look at-
Someone complimented my Mandarin the other day.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, made me feel good.
Somebody
Someone
compliment-
else told me you did the translation wrong. They said Catholic, not Christian, and I was like, oh, I can't get the denominations right in English, let alone
yeah,
Chinese.
yeah, right,
and he
yeah.
said, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, right. Because that's one thing I find on YouTube when people like say something like, "Oh, you've done that wrong, you dick," and you go, "Okay, sorry about that." They're like, "Oh no, well it's okay."
Yeah, most like
Yeah,
sometimes you can read stuff as it being aggressive and like
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually trying
They're
to
just
be
trying
helpful.
to tell you,
Yeah.
you just take it as aggressive.
Yeah, that's right. You take it the wrong way.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here.
Cheers, Uncle Tony, says Josh. Cheers, Gus. Cheers,
Yeah,
the other Josh.
go. Tell Hamish we're coming,
We're getting there in a minute.
and we'll also be on a stream soon.
Mark's just going to take a slash.
Yeah. You want me to click on the link and then I'll give you.
You can get started. Yeah. Cheers, folks.
See ya.
See you either in a minute or next time.
Yeah.
Take care.
Ha-da-da.